Welcome to the Orange and Blue Student Sports Network's coverage of Florida Gator football. Brought to you by the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communication. Now, let's take you live to the press box in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. It's Florida Gator football on the Orange and Blue Student Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to primetime college football in the Swamp. It is the third Saturday in September, and in a city where they bleed orange and blue all year long, it'll be a little less orange and a little more blue tonight as the number 11 Tennessee Volunteers go up against the University of Florida Gators at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Listen, you are listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. I am Hugh Green alongside my broadcasting partner, Ethan Eibe. And Ethan, what a game we have in store for us tonight.
Yes, indeed. The next chapter of this great rivalry will be written tonight here between Florida and Tennessee. Both teams looking to get another win this season. Florida coming in at 1-1 on the year, a bounce-back win against McNeese State last week. Really a get-right situation after dropping the opening week game to Utah.
Yeah, definitely, and what an atmosphere we have tonight, right, Ethan? What an atmosphere. The sea of blue with the little waves of Tennessee orange around Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Yeah, they've encouraged fans to wear blue today, and they certainly have done that. A sold-out game here, 90,000 plus expected in the Swamp for this one. It'll be a good night, Hugh.
Yeah, definitely, and the history, as you said, this is a historic matchup between these two schools of the University of Florida and the University of Tennessee. The Gators lead this overall tie 31-21, and it's been mostly Gators in the past couple decades, Ethan.
Yeah, indeed. 24 of their last 30 matchups, the Gators have come out on top. This was one of the biggest games in college football when you were talking about the 1990s, Phil Fulmer's Volunteers against Steve Spurrier's Gators. Those Danny Werfel, Peyton Manning years were all the rage. Not as so this year, but still a lot of ramifications going on tonight. Last year, it was Tennessee who got the win over in Knoxville, a 38-33 ball game that had over 1,000 yards of total offense. Tonight here in the Swamp, Tennessee will be looking for their first win here in Gainesville since 2003.
Yeah, and it should be an exciting one here tonight. We will take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job, and if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law: registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Welcome back to the Orange and Blue Sports Network here on 95.3 GHQ. We are live from Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, getting ready for the Tennessee Volunteers to go up against the home Florida Gators. And what a QB matchup we have tonight, Ethan. We have two quarterbacks who didn't start out their careers at the school they're currently at. We have Graham Mertz for the Gators starting out in Wisconsin. What do you think, what do you expect to see from Mertz tonight, Ethan?
Well, we've seen some good stuff from Graham Mertz in the first couple of ball games. Threw for over 300 yards in that Utah loss. Of course, the rushing game was more of the story last week against McNeese. I'm looking to see him build upon that, become more consistent in the pocket. That's what I'd like to see from Graham Mertz today.
Yeah, and of course on the other side, we have the power arm of Joe Milton III. He started out his career at the University of Michigan, played there for 3 years before coming over to Tennessee, where he's a sixth-year senior now. What do you think that we're going to see from him tonight, Milton?
Yeah, Milton was originally a starter in 2021 and played in this game when the Vols came to Florida last time, a game that Florida won. After that, it was really the Hendon Hooker saga for the Vols, but now it is Joe Milton's team. He has got one of the best arms in college football. The question is, can he throw accurately? One of the big things for him, it's going to be that wide receiver room, getting them open and finding them. Last week was a bit of a rough game for Tennessee against Austin Peay, a game they only won 30-13. Didn't pull away until the fourth quarter. In that one, Tennessee didn't have a receiver catch a pass until the end of the first half.
Yeah, and one of the big matchups we're going to see tonight is between the defensive coordinators and the defenses between these two teams. Under defensive coordinator Tim Banks for Tennessee, they lead the nation in tackles per loss per game and sacks per game with 12.5 and 5.5 respectively. This is just a swarming defense who can really put pressure in the backfield. What do you think that is going to be the key for that defense here tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Their main guy is Aaron Beasley, who last year led the team in tackles with 76. Already he's got a couple of sacks this year, so he's their anchor. Tennessee is going to have to do a good job of stopping that Florida running game, which wasn't much of a factor in that Utah game. Last week it was the story, 327 rushing yards. We're going to be looking for big games from Trevor Etienne, Montrell Johnson Jr. as well. And you can't forget about Tennessee's three-headed monster of their own. They've got Jalen Wright, who returns after leading the Vols in rushing yards last year, 875, 10 touchdowns. And as well as Jabari Small, Dylan Sampson provides that punch at the goal line. So in my opinion, we're going to see a big rushing game today if these offenses can't get the passing game going.
Yeah, and on the other side for the Gators, we have under first-year defensive coordinator Austin Armstrong. It's a Gator defense that ranks first in the Power 5 in total defense, with allowing just 191 yards per game, and they gave up just 150 total yards in the last 6 quarters they played. So what do you think that is the key? It's going to be the key tonight for the Gators defense against this high-flying, potent Tennessee offense.
Yeah, definitely. Florida's pass defense has been okay this year, save for that very first play against Utah in Week 1. With Tennessee's big arm in Joe Milton, you're going to look to see some good coverage there. That's for sure.
Yeah, and we are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. We'll take one quick break, and we'll be right back here for kickoff on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Welcome back to Science Today. And we already have our next caller. Welcome. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Philip.
Hello, Philip. You sound really young.
Not really. I'm 9.
Oh, wow. You're still in elementary school, right?
Does that matter?
Oh, no, not at all. What's your question?
Well, I know the molecular formula for water is H2O. I also know that hydrocarbon is CH3, CH2, 50, CH3. Glucose is C6H12O6. The general formula for an alkene is CnH2n plus 2. But what I can't seem to find is any scientific formula for Bob.
Bob?
My goldfish.
Are you ready for kids who eat healthy? Good nutrition can lead to great things. To find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed, go to mypyramid.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and USDA.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. We are just getting ready for kickoff as Tennessee won the toss and they deferred to the second half, so the Gators will receive the first half kickoff. And one quick key for the game for each team, Ethan.
Indeed, for Florida, it's going to be getting that rushing game involved just like they did against McNeese State last week. Also, that O-line remaining strong. And for Tennessee, you're going to be looking for some big plays from Joe Milton today.
That is for sure. And Tennessee in their all-white uniforms, white helmets, white jerseys, and white pants with orange lettering against the Florida Gators in their big game blues with the orange helmets, blue jerseys, and blue pants. Josh Turbeville for Tennessee is ready to kick it off from left to right as we are underway in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. This one will go through the back of the end zone for a touchback as we get to see Graham Mertz come out for the first time with this Florida offense.
Graham Mertz last week, 14 of 17 with his completions, 193 yards. The one touchdown he threw was a 50-yard strike to Ricky Pearsall. We're going to have to see if he's going to be able to get those big bombs down the field today or if he's going to have to resort to some more of those short passes.
Yeah, we will see what Billy Napier's plan of attack is here on the first drive as the Gators will start this one out at their own 25-yard line. Mertz motions people out. He has two wide receivers stacked to his left and has Montrell Johnson in the backfield with him. And there is some movement on the right side of the offensive line before the snap is called. And it looks like that'll be a false start before we have the first play of the game.
Well, not a good start for this Florida team. Had too many penalties in week one against Utah. Really cleaned it up last week against McNeese. Hoping for more of that tonight.
Yeah, I think it might have been Damian George Jr. on the false start there on the right tackle position. And he might need to get that cleaned up so far early in this game.
The Alabama transfer.
Yeah, so at their own 20 now, 1st and 15 as Mertz snaps it. He tosses this one short to Eugene Wilson, who gets about 5 yards on the right side, gets to the numbers, and is stopped at the 25-yard line.
Now right back to the line of scrimmage. A good spin move there by Eugene Wilson, who really impressed last week, getting his first start.
2nd and 10 now from the 25. Mertz in the pistol with Johnson behind him. Motions a man in from the right. That's Wilson again, who gets it on the toss, and he's running up to the 35-yard line, and he gets that one for a first down, and it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 35 for the Gators.
There's Elijah Herring, their linebacker, on the tackle, and good thing he was there. Otherwise, I think Wilson gets another 10, 15 yards out of that.
Yeah, he had a lot of green space to run into if Herring wasn't in the way there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35. They have the ball on the left hash. Mertz in the shotgun with Johnson to his right. Motions Odom in from the right to the right side of the offensive line. It's an option here. He looking right, throws this one over the head of Caleb Douglas on the right side of the field, and for the first incomplete pass of the game for the Gators.
That was some good coverage there by Kamal Haddon, one of the better cornerbacks that Tennessee has. He's got their lone interception this year, so he'll be one to watch as he matches up with Caleb Douglas.
Yeah, that'll be a great matchup to watch in this game tonight. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here from their own 35. They have the ball on the left hash. Mertz in the shotgun has Johnson to his left, two receivers to the left, one to the right. Drops back, throwing, looking left, and he has Wilson for a first down at the numbers, and he is stopped at about the 47-yard line. It's another first down in the pass game for the Gators.
It's a great toss there by Mertz, throwing in double coverage, pinpoint accuracy that time to Wilson.
Yeah, that was a great pass from Mertz. The Gators are working quickly here. They get back to the line. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 47, the ball on the left hash. Johnson to Mertz's right. He's motioning Wilson in from the left. Handing this one right. Johnson going straight up the middle, and he is stopped after about a gain of 1 or 2. It looks like Tyler Barron was on the tackle there on the inside.
Well, this is one of the best defenses in the league that goes against the rushing game. You think about this defense, 2.35 yards per carry on average.
Yeah, it has been a potent defense this year, especially attacking the run game and attacking the quarterback as well. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from their own 49 as Mertz is in the shotgun, has Johnson to his right. Fakes the handoff right, left, he's rolling right, has a man open on the right side, on the sideline. Wilson catches it at the first down stick. We'll see where they spot this one. Looks like he's going to be just a bit short. It was Tamarian McLeod McDonald on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Now 3rd down. This is going to be it for Mertz. They were only 1 of 13 on 3rd down conversions in week 1 against Utah.
3rd and 1 from the 45-yard line of Tennessee. Hands this one right. Johnson going. He turns around, spins back left, and he runs over a defender, and it crosses the first down line, but there is a penalty marker in the backfield. We'll check on that to see if they do count the first down or if they'll be backed up a 10 or so yards here.
And looks like it's going to be against Florida.
It'll be a hold in the backfield for one of those offensive linemen.
It's on Kingsley Igwakin.
In his first game back this season after starting 26 games straight in the past 2 years. He sustained an ankle injury in the preseason, and Igwakin with his first penalty of the year.
Both teams actually getting their starting centers back after their injuries. Cooper Mays for Tennessee as well as Igwakin for Florida.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 back on their own 46-yard line now for the Gators. Mertz is in the shotgun, has Johnson to his left, 2 wide receivers out left and 2 to the right side. Ball in the right hash. He gets a snap. It's a bit low. Pressure comes. He's rolling out right. Throws it to the right sideline. Has Wilson on the sideline for a catch, and that'll be another Gator first down.
Outstanding play by the freshman wide receiver Wilson, keeping his feet in bounds before being shoved out of bounds. And an excellent play by Mertz not to get scared when that line collapsed on him. Rolled out right and made a great throw.
So that'll be another first down here for the Gators. Ball now in Tennessee territory at the 43. Mertz in the pistol, has Johnson behind him. Odom comes in motion to the left side of the offensive line. Hands it off left side to Johnson, who's running left, has a bit of a hole, and he gets this one up to about the 38-yard line. It was Gabe Julie-Laley on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 37 of Tennessee. Gators working quickly again. Mertz in the pistol once again. Motions Pearsall to the left side. Has 2 wide receivers out that way now. Has Hansen to the right side by himself. Hands this one off to Johnson to the right side, and he is swallowed up by Elijah Herring after right at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd down and medium for the Gators. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for Florida at the Tennessee 37-yard line. Ball is placed right in the middle of the field. Looks like Wilson and Pearsall are out wide to the right. And another receiver goes out to meet him. Etienne in the ball game for the first time now. He's on Mertz's right side, and Billy Napier calls a timeout. He wants to talk things over before this big 3rd and 4.
Well, for Billy Napier, he is looking for his first rivalry win as the Gators head coach. Overall, a record of 7-8. He is the first Florida head coach to lose all 4 rivalry games in a single season. That was last year. Lost to UT, lost to Georgia, LSU, and Florida State. Looking to right the ship tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And we have 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I'm one out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. I'm lucky to grow up where I could be whatever I want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard.
And I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. We are currently in a scoreless game with 10:14 left to go in the first quarter. The Gators are driving. They're about to have their 10th play of the drive. It'll be a 3rd and 4 from the Tennessee 37-yard line. Ball placed in the middle of the field. Mertz is in the shotgun with Etienne to his right. Motioning Wilson to the right side. He hands this one off to Etienne to the left side. And he gets tripped up after he gains about 7 yards by Jalen McCullough at the 25-yard line of Tennessee.
Hugh, I gotta say, I think Etienne was going all the way on that one until he was tripped up.
Yeah, it was a good job by McCullough to grab the ankles of Etienne there. It'll be a 1st and 10 now on the Tennessee 26-yard line. Ball placed on the left hash. Mertz in the shotgun with Etienne to his right. Motions Wilson to the right side. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Etienne again, running left. Gets a gain of about 3 on that one, down to the 24 or 23-yard line, tackled by Omar Norman-Lott.
Well, we've seen a couple of run plays here as the Gators close in to field goal territory, but the passing game in the first part of this drive was simply spectacular. A lot of targets to Eugene Wilson III and some great accuracy by Mertz.
Yeah, Mertz is 5 for 6 on this drive. All 5 completions have been to Wilson. Looks like Omar Norman-Lott, after that tackle he made on the last play on Etienne, is down on the field injured. So this Florida drive, Ethan's taken about 5.5 minutes off the clock as we sit at 9:26 to go in this first quarter. 11 plays so far. It's been a good sustained drive so far from the Gators.
Yeah, great start. And you got to think about the fact that, you know, we don't have that rule anymore. First down, the clock stops. Yeah. That has definitely been something interesting to watch here in the first couple of weeks of this college football season. The games just seem to be going by a little bit quicker, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you think traditionally in college football, you sit down to watch a game and 4 hours of your time is going to be passed by. But this year it's been more 3.5. So the games are going quicker. Some people like it, some people don't. But that's not up for us to decide, is it?
I guess not.
So it looks like Norman-Lott was able to walk off under his own power, which is always great to see. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Tennessee 23-yard line. The ball will be placed on the left hash. Mertz is in the pistol formation, a bunch set here with three receivers to the left. Douglas, Pearsall, and Odom are all to the left side. He has Etienne behind him. Hands this one off to Etienne, and he is swallowed up in the backfield by a swarm of Tennessee Volunteers. The first to him was Aaron Beasley, and wouldn't you guess, Ethan? Aaron Beasley with a tackle for loss.
Indeed, he led the Vols in tackles last year, already leading them again with 12 so far in 2023. He's going to be a big guy to watch today for the Vols.
So the Gators will try to convert on the third down of this drive. They're already 2 for 2 so far. It'll be 3rd and 12 from the Tennessee 28-yard line. Mertz is in the pistol formation. Now has Etienne motion out wide to the left. So his 5 wideouts, 3 to the right, 2 to the left in an empty shotgun. Mertz gets the snap. They rush 4. Gets it out to Wilson on the right side, and he is drilled right as he caught it by Gay Judy J. Laley right at the 29-yard line. So allowed to bring out 4th and long, and it'll bring on the kicking unit for the Gators for the first time tonight.
Yeah, here comes Adam Ihalik. A shame that the Gators' first drive really sputtered there after the break. But we'll see if Florida's special teams can come through here. That's going to be a major thing today. That's what really put them in the grave against Tennessee last year, was a couple of special teams mistakes. Got to avoid those tonight.
Definitely. So it'll be a 36-yard field goal attempt from Mahalik at the 36-yard line on the right hash. This will be up, and it's blocked. One of the Tennessee Volunteers got a hand to this one, and that'll keep the game scoreless at 0-0 with 7:34 to play in this first quarter, Ethan.
Yeah, those are the mistakes you've got to avoid if you are Florida. Great stop there by Tennessee. Couldn't quite tell who had the tip there, but we'll try to get that for you on the other side of this break.
Yeah, we'll be right back here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network with the game scoreless at 7:34 left to play on 95.3 GHQ.
Sound of someone correctly installing a car seat. And this is the sound of someone incorrectly installing a car seat. Correctly, incorrectly. Hear the difference? No? That's because installing a car seat incorrectly is terribly easy. So much so, 75% of adults install them wrong. For simple instructions on how to get it right, visit buckleupforlife.org. Ah, perfectly executed. Brought to you by Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center.
My name is Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school, so I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids. Healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to the Swamp. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network here on 95.3 GHQ. We have a scoreless ball game with 7:34 to play in the first quarter, and Tennessee will get the ball for the first time tonight after the blocked field goal, Ethan.
Indeed, we'll see Joe Milton III take the field for the first time after this. But that drive for Florida, that first one took 7 minutes, 14 plays for just 46 yards. And here's Milton.
Yeah, Milton in the backfield by himself. He has 5 wideouts. He's looking right, and it's a screen pass, and he is met right at the 30-yard line. It was Jalen Wright who caught the ball on the right side of the field, and he was met for a gain of about 3. A ball on the 32-yard line. They're working quickly now. 2nd and 7 for the Volunteers. Milton hands his ball off right at the middle as Wright has it, and he is thrown down at the 25-yard line by Cam Jackson at the nose tackle.
Jackson combining with Shamar James that time around. Great stuff from the Florida defense so far. Already a third down.
Yeah, this crowd's getting into it as it is the first third down of this drive. Milton in the shotgun, 3rd and 4 from their own 35-yard line. Motions out right to the left. He's going to him out that way, and he has this one on the sideline, and he gets all the way up to about the 46-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds by Shamar James.
Yeah, Jalen Wright's one of their top running backs, but he can also catch a few balls here and there as well. 3 for 18 last week.
First and 10 as Milton hands this ball up to right up the middle, and he is met by a swarm of Gators, and he gets a gain of about 1 on that one.
Well, so far we've already seen the tempo of Josh Heupel's offense. Barely any time to breathe, Hugh.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very fast-paced team. It's a 2nd and 8 now from their own 48-yard line on the far hash. Milton's looking left. He has a lot of time. Throws this one up. Has a man wide open at the 15-yard line on the left side, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 12 or 11-yard line. It was Squirrel White on the catch there for a gain, for a long gain on that one, as they're all the way up to the 11-yard line of the Gators. So it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 11. Milton in the shotgun, has Wright next to him. He's shouting out instructions to his offensive line. The ball on the far hash. Gets the snap. He's looking right, trying to throw a fade. And it is caught in the corner of the end zone by Ramel Keaton. And Tennessee gets the first score of the game as they lead 6-0.
In the blink of an eye, Hugh Green. That was incredible right there by this Tennessee offense. After Florida was out there for nearly 8 minutes, they take only a minute to make the score happen.
Yeah, 6 plays, 71 yards. They went in just 2:01 in time of possession. And just like that, Tennessee is in the lead here. So for the first time tonight, we will see Charles Campbell go on to tack on the extra point. Jackson Ross is in for the hold. The kick is up and good as the Volunteers take a quick 7-0 lead on just 6 plays. And with 5:33 left in this first quarter, the Tennessee leads 7-0 already.
Yeah, that was quite the drive by Tennessee, and very impressive from Joe Milton. Found a couple of big plays there on that one. That was a 41-yard completion to Squirrel White, which set up that 11-yard touchdown pass to Ramel Keaton. That was going to be a big question going into this game is, yes, Milton's got the arm, but how accurate is he going to be? He has been accurate so far tonight.
Yeah, 4 for 4 on that first drive with 66 yards, including that 41-yard pass and the 11-yard touchdown. So with 5:33 left to go in this first quarter, Tennessee leads 7-0 over the Gators on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
So annoying.
You're so annoying.
Stop copying me.
Stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop talking to me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a
You're
doofus.
such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
You are a healthy eater. Oranges for vitamin C, flaxseed and mackerel for omega-3s. But did you know the same foods that are good for your body, i.e. not beef jerky, are also good for your eyes? Yep, research shows proper nutrition can impact the development of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 leading causes of blindness. So keep up the healthy munching, my well-fed friend. And for more easy ways to keep keeping your eyes healthy, see your optometrist or visit AOA.org.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's Wireless Companies, and the National Safety Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Just sit right there. I gotta tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is gonna develop diabetes in their lifetime. This can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't gotta be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. Learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network here on 95.3 GHQ. The Tennessee Volunteers lead this one 7-0 after a lightning quick opening offensive drive from Tennessee after the Gators got their 46-yard field goal blocked on their first drive, Ethan.
Yeah, indeed. A 2-minute, 1-second drive, 6 plays for 71 yards. It was a 41-yard strike to Squirrel White that set up the 11-yard reception by Ramel Keaton to get the first score of the game under Tennessee's belt.
So it'll be Josh Turbyville for Tennessee to kick this one off left to right, back deep at the goal line to return for the Gators is Trevor Etienne and Eugene Wilson. So Tennessee set to kick this one off from the 35-yard line. And we are back underway. And Etienne will let that one go into the end zone for a touchback, and the Gators will get back onto the field from the 25-yard line. So it was a good opening drive for the Gators on their first offensive drive, Ethan, but they kind of stalled out with that field goal attempt and block by Tennessee.
Yeah, the first couple of plays were really great from Graham Mertz. He found Eugene Wilson on a couple of strong passes. In the end, it was a 14-play, 46-yard try for Adam Mihalik, but it was blocked.
So Mertz will line the Gators up on offense for the second time tonight. Ball is placed on the Gators' 25-yard line. 5 wideouts here. He motions Etienne to the left. Now he's rolling out right and throws this one away. That one was in the direction of a Gators receiver, but was way over his head as he had pressure on him from the defense, and it was Brian Eason was the first guy to Mertz there, so it'll be second down here for the Gators.
Yeah, so far I'm seeing some really great pressure by this Tennessee defensive line. They have been just as advertised tonight.
That is for sure. So second down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Pearsall motions in from the left side. Fakes the handoff to Etienne in the middle, throws this one out to Pearsall on the right side, and he gets a gain of about 4 as he's pushed out of bound by Aaron Beasley on the right side. He's just everywhere tonight, Beasley, so far.
We've seen Aaron Beasley quite a bit here already, a couple of tackles in this one. Now a big third down here.
Yeah, he's been in the backfield, and that time pushing Pearsall out of bounds on the outside. So it'll be a third down and 5 from the Gators' 30-yard line. Mertz is in the shotgun, has Etienne to his left. 3 wideouts to the right side. Etienne now motions out to the right side of Mertz, and he drops back, fires this one to the left side, and Douglas makes the catch down the middle at the 37-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Gators.
Huge play right there, and what a grab by Caleb Douglas, battling in a coverage, made that catch at about the left hash.
Yeah, that's a good third down conversion there from the Gators. Maybe get some momentum going after that quick drive from Tennessee, put them in front. Mertz in the pistol here with Etienne behind him. Hands the ball off up the middle. Etienne has a couple blocks, and he gets this one into the secondary, and he's still going. Breaks a tackle to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Strolls into the end zone. Trevor Etienne, a 70-yard touchdown run right up the middle, and the Gators just an extra point away from tying this one. What a run by Trevor Etienne, Ethan.
Wow, wow, wow. Etienne breaking free, got the benefit of a block there and found his lane. A couple of those Tennessee linebackers had hands on him, including Kamal Haddon, but in the end, Etienne was able to break away, and all he saw was the end zone, Hugh.
That orange end zone was calling to Etienne, and now Mihalik is on for the point after attempt. Cross shot, a hold. The snap is good, the hold is good, and that one is blocked as well. So is a blocked field goal on the opening drive, and after the 62-yard touchdown run from Trevor Etienne, the point after attempt is blocked as well.
Absolutely cannot happen if you're the Gators. The second time tonight already. These are the little things that are going to lose you a football game. We saw it last year in this very same matchup at Rocky Top, and now we're seeing it again here in the Swamp.
Yeah, that is something that Billy Napier and this coaching staff will have to figure out quickly, or this game may get out of hand if something like that happens again. It's just, it could be the difference in a tightly contested matchup. But what a run by Trevor Etienne. 62 yards, broke a couple tackles on his way, and he had a great hole to the left side of that line. It was Richie Leonard and Kingsley Edwalken, we talked about him earlier, setting that hole in the A-gap on the left side and allowing Etienne just to go all the way to the house.
Had 6 rushing touchdowns last year in his freshman season. That's his second one of 2023.
So Trey Smack on for the Gators to kick this one off, and he boots it, and it will go through the end zone for a touchback. So we have 4:10 remaining in this first quarter, and after the blocked extra point by Omar Norman Lott, the Gators trail 7-6. Well, that got this crowd going, didn't it, Ethan?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I felt like the wind was just sucked out of the sails after Tennessee's very quick touchdown on their opening drive. Good on the Gators to strike back, get right back in this game, and not fall terribly behind.
So will this Tennessee offense be able to do what they did on their first drive? As Milton gets the snap, it's a QB draw. He's running right up the middle, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage by a swarm of Gators led by Cam Jackson. So it's a gain of about 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from their own 26-yard line. Milton in the shotgun with 2 wide receivers to his right. He fakes the handoff, throwing it right. Has Squirrel White for a gain of about 15 or 16 yards on that one, after it was a good catch and run by White as he broke a tackle, but was finally brought in by Chris McClellan.
That was great stuff there. White sidestepping the safety, Jordan Castell.
1st and 10 from the 42 as they're working quickly, but there are flags on the play as this snap happens. And defensive coordinator Austin Armstrong is loving the crowd noise here as they cause a false start on the offensive line of Tennessee.
Well, they're a quick offense, maybe sometimes a little too quick, huh?
Yeah, too quick for their own good, yeah, as you said. So it'll be 1st and 15 now as that one backs them up 5 yards. Ball on the 37-yard line on the near hash for the Volunteers. Milton in the shotgun. Motions in a wide receiver. He now runs out left. He tosses it out on the flank, and he gets this one back to the original line of scrimmage at about the 42-yard line. It was Jalen Wright on the catch there. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from their own 43-yard line. Working quickly again, fakes the handoff to right up the middle, going deep down the right sideline, and it's just out of the reach of Ramel Keaton as he had a step on Jason Marshall Jr. on the right side.
Yeah, we just saw Milton unleash that cannon of an arm that he has at his disposal. That time around, just too much air on it.
Yeah, for sure, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 9 as the sea of orange and blue throws up the money signs for the money down. It's 3rd down and 9 from their own 43-yard line. Milton in the shotgun. Motions out his running back. Now they're getting some calls, but they snap it right on the screen pass to the right side, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up a 4th down. A good job by Scooby Williams getting out there on the flank to tackle Wright and force a 4th down and force a punt for this Tennessee offense.
Also, Jaden Hill in the area made that one happen as well. Great stuff there by Austin Armstrong's defense.
So for the first time tonight, we'll see Jackson Ross on to punt it away. Ricky Pearsall standing at his own 10-yard line to receive the punt. A rugby-style punt to the left side. Pearsall calls for a fair catch, and he will take it in at about the 17-yard line of the Gators, and that's where they will start their possession. So 1:56 to play in this first quarter. Tennessee leads 7-6 thus far in this game after a very quick opening drive from the Tennessee offense and a return with a 62-yard touchdown run from Trevor Etienne on the last possession. We'll see if they can replicate that in this drive even.
And a great job there by Florida's defense to ride that momentum of Etienne's touchdown and get Florida back with the ball in their possession.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. The Gators will begin their possession from their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10 on the right hash. Mertz motions out Pearsall to the right. Fakes the handoff to Johnson on the right side. Has Odom throwing it out to the right side, and he will catch this one and run for a first down as he gains about 12 on that one up to the 30-yard line. So 1st down and 10 from their own 30. Ball on the right hash. Mertz has 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Johnson behind him in the pistol. Tosses it up to Pearsall in motion. Running left, has the outside, and he gets to about the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 or 5 for Mickey Pearsall as he runs out of bounds.
Great job there by Marcus Burke and Jonathan Odom, who both lined up as receivers on that play to provide Pearsall with some blocking protection there. Got him a couple of more yards than he would have otherwise.
So 2nd and 5 from their own 35. Mertz has 2 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. Motions in Odom to the right side of the offensive line. Mertz has Johnson in the backfield behind him. Now Odom goes back to the left side. Gets the snap, hands it off left to Johnson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage by this Tennessee defense. And it was Elijah Herring on the stop at the 35. That'll bring up third down.
Now Florida has to convert here on this 3rd down. Keep this drive going. You've got the momentum. You got to keep it.
They're 3 for 4 so far on 3rd down in this game. Ball on the left hash. 3rd and 5 from their own 35. Mertz sends Johnson out to the right side. He's looking left. He's rolling out right as he gets pressure in front of him. Still going, still looking. He's running the ball, and he has the first down as he pump fakes. And he has the ball up to the 41-yard line. What a pump fake and what a run by Grant Mertz.
He really faked out Brandon Turnage, one of the linebackers there for Tennessee on that pump fake. Was able to find the angle and get around him for that first down. Terrific stuff by Mertz, using his legs, something he's not often known for.
Yeah, last week he had just 3 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So going into the second as this crowd gets into it, Tennessee leads the Florida Gators 7-6 here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
You're so annoying. Stop copying me.
Stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop talking to me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a
You're
doofus.
such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
You are a healthy eater. Oranges for vitamin C, flaxseed and mackerel for omega-3s. But did you know the same foods that are good for your body, i.e. not beef jerky, are also good for your eyes? Yep, research shows proper nutrition can impact the development of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 leading causes of blindness. So keep up the healthy munching, my well-fed friend. And for more easy ways to keep keeping your eyes healthy, see your optometrist or visit AOA.org.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I got to tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is going to develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't got to be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. To learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. I'm kidding.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. We're getting set for the start of the second quarter here in the Swamp as Tennessee leads 10-7 after 1. What did you see in that first quarter from both sides, Ethan?
Yeah, Tennessee came out really hot with their offense, got their first score of the game on their opening drive. Right now, Florida's got the momentum. They had a big stop there, got a score from Etienne to get back in this game, and now Mertz has it with first down. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line as they switch sides. Fakes the handoff up the middle to Montrell Johnson, and he is sacked in the backfield as that'll be a loss of about 7 at the 34-yard line by Brian Eason. We've seen Brian Eason getting in the face of Graham Mertz a couple of times tonight. He's finally got his first sack. Tennessee's leading 12th of this season. And they lead the FBS in sacks and tackles for loss per game this season. That's the first time we've seen them kind of corral Mertz in the pocket tonight. That O-line allowed 5 sacks against Utah in the opening week. Did a lot better last week against McNeese. So it'll be 2nd and 17 from their own 34-yard line on the right hash. Mertz in the shotgun, gets the snap. He's looking right, has a man open at about the 40-yard line. And it was Darlis Boardingham, the tight end. Boardingham, the tight end, on the catch there. So that'll bring on 3rd and 12 on their own 39-yard line. Gators are now 4 for 5 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight. Mertz in the shotgun has 2 receivers to each of his sides. Johnson in the backfield with Mertz to his left. Mertz gets the snap. He's looking left. Now he rolls out right. Throws this one to the outside, and it is caught on the right sideline for a first down at about the 44-yard line. Khalil Jackson that time around. Florida getting him his first reception of this ball game, and that was huge. Leaping to make that catch and landing to keep his feet in bounds. Yeah, that was a great job by Jackson on that play to get the first down for the Gators. And it looks like a defensive player, Brian Eason, is down on the field for Tennessee. So it was a great 3rd down conversion. They're now 5 for 6 in the game, Ethan. So it'll be an official timeout now for the injury. So that'll be with 13:19 to play in this first half of play. Tennessee leads this one, but the Gators are driving. They lead it 7-6 on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Welcome back to Science Today. And we already have our next caller. Welcome. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Philip.
Hello, Philip. You sound really young.
Not really. I'm 9.
Oh, wow. You're still in elementary school, right?
Does that matter?
Oh, no, not at all. What's your question?
Well, I know the molecular formula for water is H2O. I also know that hydrocarbon is CH3CH2 50CH3. Glucose is C6H12O6. The general formula for an alkene is CnH2n plus 2. But what I can't seem to find is any scientific formula for Bob.
Bob?
My goldfish.
Are you ready for kids who eat healthy? Good nutrition can lead to great things. To find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed, go to mypyramid.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and USDA.
From the vantage point, Mafatu saw 6 war canoes drawn up on the beach. But what held the boy's eyes in awful trance were the figures, the eaters of men, cannibals. Mafatu watched the strange scene, powerless to move. In that very instant, he heard a crashing in the undergrowth. 4 figures were tearing through the jungle. He turned and ran blindly down the trail, thinking only of his canoe. If only he could reach it before the savages overtook him. Explore new worlds. Find out what happens next by reading the book Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. For other great book ideas, visit literacy.gov. A message from the Library of Congress and the Ad Council.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to Steve Spurrier Florida Field as the Tennessee Volunteers lead the Florida Gators 7-6 here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. There's 13-19 to play in this second quarter as there was an injured player, Brian Eason, down the field for the Tennessee defense, but he is up now, and the Gators will have a 1st and 10 from the Tennessee 43-yard line. Mertz in the pistol formation. Motions Pearsall to the right side and hands this one off to Johnson up the middle. And that's a gain of about 3 on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line.
Haven't seen a big rushing play since Trevor Etienne's 62-yard score in Florida's second drive. That's how they're on the board. A missed extra point has them just 1 behind.
Yeah, and that'll bring in a 2nd and 6 now from the Tennessee 39-yard line as Mertz is in the shotgun with Johnson behind him. Motions Pearsall to the right side, throws it out to him, and he has some green space out in front of him, and he gets a 1st down to the 31-yard line, and good job from Pearsall on the right side.
So far, Graham Mertz has been making some great decisions under center in this game. He's been finding a lot of those out routes. That one to Pearsall, we've seen some to Jackson and Douglas as well.
Yeah, a lot of those motion players have been getting the ball early in this game from the Florida offense. So Etienne comes into the game for Johnson. He is behind Mertz in the pistol here. Number 15, the quarterback for the Florida Gators, calling out plays to his offensive line. Hands this one off to Etienne up the middle, and he has an open hole again, and he is tripped up at the 16-yard line by Brandon Turnage, and that's another 1st down for Florida.
Yeah, Etienne has just been so slippery today for this Tennessee defense. He's the reason Florida's in this game right now. Yeah, now closing in red zone territory too.
Yeah, he's a spark plug for this Florida offense, and he has shown it in the first 20 minutes of this game. So Mertz motions out. They have 2 tight ends in now on the right side as they have their power package in. Pearsall in motion to the right side, hands this one off to Etienne to the left. Breaks a tackle, spins around, and he gains about 2 on that one on the left side of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 13.
And now we have another injured Vols defensive player on the field.
Yeah, this Gators crowd does not like it. I think they might think that they're kind of faking it a little bit to slow down the Gators offense, but you can never tell, can you?
I certainly hope that is not the case. Right now, this guy, I believe it's Elijah Herring, one of their linebackers, who is currently laid out on all fours at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, we hope he is okay, and we'll take a quick break. As with 11:10 to go in this second quarter, the Tennessee Volunteers lead the Gators 7-6 on the Orange and Blue Sports Network here on 95.3 GHQ.
You're so annoying. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop talking to me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
You are a healthy eater. Oranges for vitamin C, flaxseed and mackerel for omega-3s. But did you know the same foods that are good for your body, i.e. not beef jerky, are also good for your eyes? Yep, research shows proper nutrition can impact the development of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 leading causes of blindness. So keep up the healthy munching, my well-fed friend. And for more easy ways to keep keeping your eyes healthy, see your optometrist or visit AOA.org.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I got to tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is going to develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't got to be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. To learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard, and I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. The Tennessee Volunteers currently lead the Gators 7-6 with 11:10 to play here in the second quarter. The Gators have the ball in the red zone at the 14-yard line. It is a 2nd and 8 here. Mertz in the pistol formation. Hands this one up the middle to Etienne, and he gains about 1 on that one as he's met at the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Gators.
Now Florida looking to get on top in this one after Tennessee scored their first touchdown of this game in the opening drive. Florida responded with a 62-yard run from Trevor Etienne to the end zone. Now closing in here almost at their 10-yard line.
3rd and 6 from the 12. And the Gators have it on the left hash. Mertz in the shotgun. He drops back, looking to the middle of the field as Pearsall at the 10. And he bears this one inside, gets the 1st down to the left side, and he is stopped at about the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Florida.
Great job there by Arian Carter pushing Pearsall away from the end zone, but the Gators do get the 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line for the Gators. Their first opportunity at a 1st down and goal in this game. So Mertz talking to his offensive line. He's in the pistol formation with Johnson to his left. Has 2 tight ends to the left side of the offensive line. Motions in Pearsall from the right. Hands this one up the middle. Johnson bounces this one inside, and he is in for the Gator touchdown. Montrell Johnson, a 4-yard touchdown run, and the Gators take the lead for the first time tonight.
That was a very well-designed play there for the Gators, just handing that one off to Montrell Johnson, who bounced to the left after his initial run to the right, avoided a couple of defenders and found that open lane to the end zone, and now Florida is back in front.
And it looks like they will try to go for 2 on this one after 2 block kicks already in this game from Mahalik. One a 46-yard field goal attempt that was blocked, and also their last extra point, which was also blocked. So they will have this one on the right hash for the 2-point conversion attempt at the 3-yard line. Mertz under center for the first time tonight. Motion zone in Pearsall. He gets the ball on the left side, and he is leveled right at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Beasley. Who else would it be? Aaron Beasley on the tackle, and the 2-point conversion attempt is no good for the Gators. So they now lead 12-7 with just under 9.5 minutes to play here in this first half. A good drive again from the Gators, Ethan, after starting at their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, great job there. 82 yards on 14 plays. That drive took them 7.5 minutes. But I feel like those special teams miscues are going to come back to haunt the Gators in this one. They're trying to, get back even with that 2-point conversion. They fail at that, and now you have the door open for Tennessee to take the lead on simply another touchdown here.
Yeah, that's something that Billy Napier hates to see from his team, from his special teams. And he tried to go a little screen pass there to Pearsall on the 2-point conversion, but it did not work as the blockers on the outside on the left were not able to stop the Tennessee defenders. So 12-7, a 5-point lead for Florida, their first lead of the game. And Smack ready to kick this one away, and he boots this one. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback, and that'll bring out Milton and the Tennessee offense yet again.
And now you can hear this crowd of 90,000 plus get loud.
Yeah, that's for sure. This Gators defense that's taken the field now, led by Desmond Watson on the inside, is cheering this team up and getting them cheering this crowd up and getting them riled up for this possession. So Milton all alone in the shotgun here. He has, from his own 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. It looks like the defensive line shift, but they will call a false start on the offensive line. It'll be Javontes Spraggins for this Tennessee offense, and it'll be bring it back before the first play of the drive.
That's what you get with this Swamp crowd. How about that?
Incredible how loud they can get and how deafening it can be on the field. So 5 wide again. They motion in Brew McCoy to the right side now. 4 wide receivers to the right side for Milton. He throws this one to McCoy. He breaks a tackle at the 18, and he is brought down at about the 23-yard line on the right side. After McCoy got a gain of about 3.
That was Jaden Hill on the coverage that time for Florida.
So it'll bring up a second and 12 from their own 23-yard line. Milton working fast, already has the ball. He's pressured on the inside, and he just throws this one up, and it is going to be picked off from their own side of the field at the 45-yard line. He's still going to the right side, has a blocker all the way down to the Gators' 20-yard line. It is Devin Moore on the interception. A long pick in return, but there are a couple flags on the field, and we'll see if this one's coming back. One in the backfield and one flag after the play as well.
Well, Milton was hit as he threw that ball. Probably a poor decision there. Devin Moore was all alone out there in the backfield when he made that interception, and then it was off to the races from there.
We will see what the flag is on the play as the officials talk this one over. The first flag is about the 16-yard line, right where Milton was throwing the ball from. So it could be in the range of a holding, offensive holding, or could be some type of face mask, illegal hands to the face from the defense.
Waiting to see from the officials.
So the first penalty is a hold from the offense, and that one is declined. And then they also have an unnecessary roughness penalty by Tennessee. That one will be accepted. The interception will count. And what a play by this Gators defense, and that really gets the crowd going now.
Florida did not have an interception until just now with Devin Moore. We talked about it in the open. Joe Milton, he has the arm, but he doesn't always have the accuracy, and that time around it benefits the Gators. They're going to need to get more of those turnovers if they want to have a chance against these Volunteers tonight.
That is for sure, and that was Milton's first interception of the season as well. So the first turnover for the Gators in their 3 games so far. This is being their 3rd game. And that will get the crowd into it. And after the late hit out of bounds by the Tennessee player, it'll be first down and goal from the 9-yard line from the Gators as they get right back to it. After just a couple of plays, they went 2 plays, negative 2 yards on that drive before the interception.
It was a 48-yard return by Devin Moore.
So it looks like Billy Napier will want to call a timeout as the play clock was running low. Looks like Napier wanted the play clock to be reset to 25 seconds after the huddle, after the interception and the flag, but Napier will have to burn his second time out of the half here as they will have 1 remaining. And there's 8:52 to play in this first half. The Gators leave it 12-7 thus far. And as we said it, Milton, just a poor decision to throw that one up when he has guys in his face, hands in his face, just kind of threw that one up a prayer. And it was Devin Moore in the backfield to just wide open to catch that one and return it.
And give big credit to Desmond Watson on the QB hurry. He's the reason that ball was thrown the way it was, right into the hands of Moore.
So after the timeout, first and goal from the 9-yard line of Tennessee. Graham Mertz in the pistol formation has Montrell Johnson behind him. He motions in Pierce on the left side, hands it up to Johnson up the middle, and it'll be a gain of about 2 on that first down play up the middle, and it'll bring up second and goal. Jalen McCullough up from his safety position to make the tackle there.
Florida can get this score here and add to their 5-point lead. That would nearly forgive the special teams errors of this first half, wouldn't it?
That is for sure. With their first turnover of the season from the Gators defense, kind of gaining the momentum back for the Gators. So second and goal from the 6-yard line. Fakes the handoff up to Johnson, has Odom on the right side, dives for the goal line, and it looks like he will be stopped right before the goal line at about the 1.5 yard line, and it'll bring up third and goal from there.
That time around again, it was Elijah Herring pushing Odom down at just about the 1 yard line here. Big third down coming up, knocking on the door of their 3rd touchdown.
This will be their shortest third down of the game. They're 6 for 7 on conversions thus far tonight, and it might be 4-down territory from the way we've seen the kicking game go so far for the Gators.
What's the worst that could happen if you're Florida at this point?
Yeah, that's for sure. So they get up to the line now. As one player rushes off the field for the Gators. Looks like they had 12 in the formation in the huddle, and Billy Napier will have to burn his 3rd and final timeout of the half on that one. So before the 3rd and goal play from the 1, 7:26 to play in this first half. The Gators lead it 12-7 on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
The small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard, and I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it...
Morning, Daddy!
...very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. This is the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ, your home for Gators student broadcast. Will be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line after Billy Napier had to burn his 3rd and final time out of the half with 12 people in the huddle for the Gators. 3rd down and goal from the right hash. Mertz will go under center, has Johnson in the backfield behind him. Mertz will shove this one up the middle. Did he get the push? Officials coming in. No signal yet. And it'll be a touchdown for the Gators. Graham Mertz, a QB sneak. And the Gators lead it 18-7 with under 7.5 to play here in the first half.
How about this? Florida benefiting from the turnover, that Devin Moore interception on an errant throw by Joe Milton, and they turn that into a touchdown here, extend that lead. That is so important as we get into the end of this second half. And so now let's see if this kick can work out.
Yeah, Adam Mahalik back on for his second PAT attempt of the day. He already has a blocked field goal today and a blocked extra point, which is why the Gators are at 18 points so far. Trying to make it a 12-point game with this point after attempt. It'll be Jeremy Crawshaw to hold for Mahalik. The kick is up, and it is good. It was actually Trey Smack on the kick there. So maybe he's getting the kicking duties after Mahalik has 2 of his kicks blocked early in this first half. So the Gators lead it 19-7 now with 7:20 to play in this second quarter. And as you talked about it, turning defense into offense, had great field position, 1st and goal after that interception from Devin Moore on the poor decision from Joe Milton. And Ethan, what a turnaround it has been for the Gators.
Yeah, everything is firing on all cylinders for Billy Napier's side. Rob Sale, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, Austin Armstrong, they both have to be pleased with how the Gators have performed here in the first half. Now they have the lead. Let's talk about keeping it, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure. That is something that they will want to do. They will want to keep the lead. They will need to keep the lead if they want to keep this crowd into it and keep this Tennessee crowd, little they might be in the sea of blue. They want to keep them down and stop singing Rocky Top, do the Gators fans want. So Trey Smack sends this one for another touchback into the end zone, and Milton and company will come out again at the 25-yard line as this crowd gets into it once again.
Well, I believe it was the energy in this building that caused what we saw on Tennessee's last drive. A couple of penalties there really set the Vols back before that interception occurred.
Yeah, that's for sure. They have had the ball just 4 minutes and 51 seconds so far in this first half, compared to 17:49 for the Gators. So Milton in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his own 25-yard line. And it looked like some pre-snap movement again. And it'll be another false start on this Tennessee offensive line. It was John Campbell Jr. that time, the left tackle position on the false start. And this crowd of 90,000 plus for the Gators is really affecting this Tennessee offense so far. 1st and 15 now as that penalty backs them up 5 yards. Ball on their own 20-yard line. 10 seconds to snap. Milton in the shotgun. Gets this one at his face mask, hands it up the middle to Jabari Small, who's met after a gain of about 3 by Shamar James up the middle. Cam Jackson also along on that tackle. So 2nd and 12 now from the 22. Milton's pressure, and he will be taken down in the backfield. Tyreek sapped the first to greet him, and it is the first sack of the game for the Gators. That'll bring up 3rd down and long.
And right now, after that play, Princely Umanmielen is slow to get up. The Gators' leading edge rusher is down at about the 15-yard line, being tended to by Florida trainers.
I think he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him there as he's up with the trainers walking around. That's great to see.
Now, Austin Armstrong has to be thrilled with what his front seven has done so far in this game. Tyreek Sapp getting Florida's 3rd sack of the season. Look at that, 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 20 now from the Tennessee 15-yard line for the Volunteers. Milton gets his offensive line up to the ball. There's 3 wideouts bunched to the right, 1 to the left. He has Jabari Small in the backfield to his right. Calls for the snap, gets it, and they hand it up the middle. And he will gain about 6 on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down yet again. So 3 straight drives without scoring for the Tennessee Volunteers offense.
I just witnessed Austin Armstrong, the Gators defensive coordinator, run up to Tyreek Sapp and slap him in the helmet. He is thrilled with what Florida has been able to do so far. They just keep stacking that momentum. A couple of scores, a couple of terrific stops now.
So it'll be Jackson Ross on the punt, a rugby-style punt, and Pearsall to grab it at his own 40-yard line, and it'll be a return of about 5 yards as he gets this one up to the 45-yard line.
Well, Ross let that one loose at about the 5-yard line, so a decent punt by his standards, but good field position to start this next drive for Florida on the other half of this break.
Yes, that is for sure. With 5:52 to go in this first half, the Gators lead it 19-7. They will have the ball back when we come back on the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I gotta tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is gonna develop diabetes in their lifetime. That is can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't gotta be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. To learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ. The Florida Gators currently lead the Volunteers 19-7 with 5:52 remaining in this first half. And Ethan, this defense of the Gators has been swarming so far in these last 3 drives for the Volunteers, huh?
Yeah, a couple of terrific stops by UF have allowed them to keep the momentum here. Let's see what Graham Mertz has in store here as we try to close out this first half strong.
Yeah, the Gators are currently out. They lead the yard battle 227-98 over Tennessee so far. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Mertz in the pistol, hands this one off to the left to Etienne, who has a hole, and he gets all the way down to the Tennessee 41-yard line. A great hole, and he was finally tackled by McDonald at the 42.
Etienne has been a star tonight. 8 attempts for 90 yards so far, including Florida's first touchdown on their second possession, a 62-yard dash.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns so far for the Gators. All 3 have been from the rushing, and all 3 have been from different guys. So 1st and 10 from the Tennessee 42 now. Mertz in the pistol with Etienne behind him. Hands it to the right side. Etienne running by the numbers, breaks the tackle, and he gains about 8 on that one to about the 34-yard line of Tennessee.
I'm noticing a little trend here with Etienne. It takes about 2 or 3 guys to finally get him down, doesn't it?
It does. He's so shifty, so elusive that he can get around those arm tackles of the first couple guys and make something happen in the secondary, force those defensive backs to make the tackle on him. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the Tennessee 34-yard line on the right hash for Graham Mertz and the offense. Motions in Pearsall, fakes the pitch to him, hands this one off to Etienne on the left side, and he will gain enough for the first down to about the 30.5-yard line.
Now Florida already marching down into Tennessee territory here, trying to score for the 3rd consecutive drive.
Yes, they had great field position in their last time, getting the ball at the 9-yard line after the interception by the Gators. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mertz in the pistol, Etienne behind him once again. 2 wide receivers to his right. Now Pearsall comes in to the left. Fakes the handoff to Pearsall, gives it to Etienne running right, and he'll get about 4 on that carry. He was taken down by James Pierce Jr., the Leo position on the right side. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 26 of Tennessee. Johnson comes into the game for Etienne as he gets a breather. 1 wide receiver out to the left side. Mertz in the pistol. Pearsall goes in motion to the left. Now he's throwing it out to him at the numbers. Catches it at the 35, spins around a defender, and he gains enough for a first down to the 18-yard line in the red zone.
Terrific job there by Pearsall, getting about 5 to 6 more yards with that spin to be put on the Tennessee defender.
Yeah, it was Elijah Herring finally able to tackle him at the 18, but it'll be another first down, and 1st and 10 on the left hash now. Pearsall now wide out to the right side on the right hash. Whole formation switches now, and they're bunched to the right side of the offensive line with Johnson behind Mertz. Mertz rolls out right. He's looking. He has Pearsall on the right side in the corner of the end zone, just out of the reach as he got his fingertips to it, but was unable to bring it in and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Dove over the pylon. That's what Pearsall did, but that ball just out of his reach and off his fingertips.
Yeah, it was a close one there from Mertz to Pearsall, just a little bit too far for him. That was a good job throwing on the run from Mertz, but unable to get it into Pearsall. So 2nd down and 10 from the 18-yard line of Tennessee. Mertz in the pistol with Johnson behind him. Pearsall comes in motion, goes behind Johnson. Fakes the handoff to Johnson, now throwing it out right to him. Breaks the tackle at the 22, has open space, cuts inside at the 5, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. His first reception touchdown of the game, 2nd total, and the Gators lead it 25-7 here in the Swamp.
What is happening in Gainesville right now? This Florida Gators team is just unbelievable. Graham Mertz, under incredible pressure, somehow got that throw off short to Montrell Johnson. He had the blockers, he had what it took, and he found the end zone for the 2nd time tonight.
18-yard touchdown from Mertz to Johnson. And it'll be Trey Smack on to kick the PAT once again after he made the last one, after the first 2 kicks from the Gators were blocked by Mahalik. Smack kicks this one, and it is good. That'll extend the lead to 19 now, 26-7. The Gators lead with 2:22 remaining in this first half of play.
Now that was an 18-yard reception for Montrell Johnson. As this first half starts to come to a close here, Florida, with the exception of the special teams tonight, has just been incredible.
Yeah, fantastic. And it was that first drive. It may have caught the Gators defense off guard a little bit with the fast pacing of this Tennessee offense. But in the last few possessions, they've been able to do absolutely nothing. And Austin Armstrong in this defense has been quick to respond and forced 3 and out, and an interception in between. So Smack to kick this one off from his own 35, going left to right. 2 deep back for Tennessee to return this one. And they will not, as that one goes way over the end zone into the hedges for a touchback. And the Volunteers are trying to find something in this 2nd quarter on offense.
Well, Joe Milton, with the exception of that very first drive Tennessee had, ended in a touchdown. Milton just hasn't been himself tonight. He hasn't made the best decisions out there. Accuracy's been a little bit questionable. And in particular, that interception he threw to Devin Moore in intense coverage really was a turning point in this game. Florida has had the momentum since then, and they haven't looked back.
Yeah, the last 3 drives, 5 plays and a punt, 2 plays and a pick, and a punt after a 3 and out on their last drive for Tennessee. So the Volunteers will have it at their own 25-yard line after the touchback as they try to get back into this game. Milton will call a timeout before the first play of the drive as the play clock was running down, and that'll get the crowd into it once again.
I feel like it's just, you push the boulder off the mountain and it just keeps rolling down and down and down, and that is what this crowd has become for Florida tonight. They've felt the energy and they keep on having it.
And the Volunteers have been the guy, Indiana Jones, trying to run away from that boulder, but they haven't been able to thus far, as this crowd, as you said, has just been overwhelming for this Tennessee offense. So after that timeout, Tennessee has 2 remaining, with 2:22 remaining in this first half. Joe Milton in the shotgun with 2 receivers to his right and 2 to the left. The snap, he was not expecting it, but comes inside. That was a broken play from the beginning as he throws this one out of bounds to the right side. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I mean, if you're the center, Cooper Mays, what are you going to do? You're trying your best to hear Joe Milton make the play call, and if you snap it early, then oh well, your play is not going to go the way you want it to.
Yeah, they need a silent snap count from now on, I think, from Tennessee, because that clap has not been able to do much as he hands this one off up the middle to right. And that's a good gain of about 9 on that one. And that'll bring up 3rd down and short from the 33-yard line. Jalen Wright, the running back, on the Doak Walker Award watch list this season before in the preseason. 3rd and 2 from the own 33-yard line. Hands it up the middle again. Bounces it outside to the left side. It has a gain all the way up to the 46-yard line, does Wright, as he has a first down for the Gators. Jordan Castell on the tackle for the Gators. Sorry, Wright for the Volunteers. 1st and 10 from their own 45 in the left hash. Hands this one up the middle to Wright again. Bounces it out left. And Uman Yellen, back from injury, able to make that tackle. So 2nd and 5 from midfield as Tennessee hurries up with under a minute and a half to play. Milton gets the snap. Up the middle again to Wright, and he is dropped in the backfield by 2 Gator defenders, Chris McCullen and Princely Uman Yellen.
Terrific stuff here from the Gators defensive line. Uman Yellen's been in on quite a few plays tonight. And now a big 3rd down.
3rd and 6. They're just 2 for 4 on 3rd downs tonight from their own 49 now. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter, and they will take their time here as the Gators have no way to stop the clock with no timeouts remaining. Looks like they might just be running down the clock as much as they can. This Tennessee offense. Play clock down to 3, and they call a timeout with 35 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, the Gators lead at 26-7. 4 touchdowns, 3 from the rushing attack, 1 from the passing game for the Gators so far.
And with 35 seconds left in this first half, stay tuned for the Orange and Blue Sports Network halftime show with our producer Hunter Murphy. He'll get you your top 25 scores from around college football tonight, as well as your SEC scores. So look forward to that here at halftime.
35 seconds to play in this first half. The Volunteers looking for something to get their momentum going into the locker room at halftime. But I don't think 90,000 Gator fans are going to let that happen. Joe Milton in the shotgun has Jalen Wright to his right hip. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left side. Play clock at 5, gets the snap off, throws this one low and incomplete on the slant. And that'll bring up 4th down and 6 with 30 seconds remaining. That's an interesting decision, Ethan. Throwing a little slant with an incomplete pass. Now the Gators have a chance to do something, maybe on a punt return if they can get a long one, maybe get the ball back with 20 or so seconds remaining.
Thought they'd look deep there on that last play, and even now I thought Tennessee might even try to go for it with nothing to lose here at the end of this first half.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to pin him back deep with Jackson Ross to punt it away. Runs to the right side, kicks this one to the 10-yard line where Pearsall makes the fair catch with 24 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, keep in mind the Vols will receive the second half kickoff. They won the toss and chose to defer, so we'll see if the Gators can engineer some kind of miracle here with under 30 seconds to go in the opening half.
And if I'm Billy Napier, I might just take a knee here. Don't allow anything silly to happen, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Take the momentum you've got and run full steam into that locker room right now.
That's for sure. So Mertz and the offense in victory formation at the end of the first half as he takes a knee, and this crowd gets into it once again. The Gators have a 26-7 lead at halftime. Ethan, who would have saw this coming?
Absolutely no one, I think. I mean, both of these teams coming into this game trying to find their offensive identities, and I think Florida has found theirs tonight with a mix of their receiving and their rushing. They've been able to use both to their advantage against this Tennessee defense. Joe Milton has not been what we know that he can be, and Florida has taken advantage of that one.
That's for sure. So we will be right back. Stay tuned for the halftime show here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network. The Gators lead at 26-7 here on 95.3 GHQ.
So annoying. It's so annoying. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop talking me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
You are a healthy eater. Oranges for vitamin C, flaxseed and mackerel for omega-3s. But did you know the same foods that are good for your body, i.e. not beef jerky, are also good for your eyes? Yep, research shows proper nutrition can impact the development of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 leading causes of blindness. So keep up the healthy munching, my well-fed friend. And for more easy ways to keep keeping your eyes healthy, see your optometrist or visit AOA.org.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I got to tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is going to develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't got to be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. Learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job. And if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law. Registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium here live from the Swamp, the Orange and Blue Sports Network halftime show on 95.3 GHQ. My name's Ethan Eibe, joined by Hugh Green and our producer Hunter Murphy. Hunter, take it away with your top 25 scores from around college football.
Thank you, Ethan. So tonight's been lively in Gainesville, but that is not the only football that has been played or is being played. So there's top 5 games all around the country. The University of Miami started off the weekend hot against Bethune-Cookman when they won 48-7. Van Dyke going 19-423 with 247 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then Florida State traveled to Boston College today at 12 p.m. Number 3, Florida State survives Boston College with a narrow 31-29 win after Boston College failed their 2-point conversion at the end of the game. Number 7, Penn State traveled to Illinois today also at 12 p.m. when Penn State handled them 30-13 for a victory. Number 15, Kansas State traveled to Missouri for arguably the biggest upset of today when Missouri's kicker Harrison Melvis secured the upset against them with a 61-yard field goal for the win with the clock ticking down. Notre Dame hosted Central Michigan today. After a first close half, Notre Dame pulled away to win with a convincing 41-17 score. Utah hosted Weber State today with a dominating win when they went 31-7 for the final score. San Diego State traveled to Oregon State today. Number 16 Oregon State won big against them at 3:30. Number 19 Oklahoma rolled Tulsa today 66-17. Minnesota traveled to number 20 North Carolina and they won big. North Carolina won big 31-13. Northwestern traveled to number 21 Duke, and Duke dominated all the way through 38-14. Also today, number 25 Iowa handled business against West Michigan at home, winning 41-10. Number 6 Ohio State stays undefeated after an easy win against Western Kentucky. 63-10 was the final score. Number 8, Washington traveled to Michigan State today, and that game is currently happening. And the score is 41-7 with number 8 Washington at the end of the fourth. NC Central traveled to number 24 UCLA today, and UCLA breezed by them, winning 59-7. Number 2 Michigan is hosting Bowling Green. And that game is currently happening as well, with the score being a surprising 7-6 with 8:50 to go in the second quarter. Wyoming traveled to Texas today at 8, and so that game is currently happening with a current score of 7-3 with Wyoming on top, which is another surprising score, but it's still early with 9:41 to go. With other games happening towards the later evening of the day, Hawaii is at number 13 Oregon with that game currently happening, and that score is 17-0 with Oregon on top. And then to end the night, Colorado will host Colorado State for a drama-filled game. That game starts at 10 p.m. And that is your top 25 games of today.
Take a break here, and Hunter will have your SEC scores on the other side of this commercial break. The score here in Gainesville, 26-7. The Gators leading the Tennessee Volunteers. About 12 minutes to go until the second half begins. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network halftime show on 95.3 GHQ.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job, and if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law: registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Back here on 95.3 GHQ, the Orange and Blue Network halftime show here. My name's Ethan Eibe, joined by our producer, Hunter Murphy. Hunter, if you will, the games from around the Southeastern Conference tonight.
It's been a busy day, Ethan, with the first game being number 14 LSU traveling to Mississippi State earlier today. LSU went on the road to open up SEC play, and they came out on top 41-14. For the 3:30 slate of games, South Carolina traveled to number 1 Georgia. Georgia was sluggish in the first half, but pulled away late in the game to stay undefeated and they won 24-14 against South Carolina. So maybe one of the biggest surprise of today, number 10 Alabama, who traveled to South Florida earlier today, struggled with their final score being 17-3, which a lot of folks thought they would blow them out, but that wasn't the case down in South Florida. And now, games that are currently happening around the SEC, Georgia Tech is at number 17, Ole Miss, and that current score stands to be at 10-0 with Ole Miss on top with 4:20 to go in the second quarter. UL Monroe traveled to Texas A&M today. Texas A&M defended home field with a 47-3 win against them. Stanford and Auburn is currently happening right now, and that score is Auburn on top 17-0. BYU traveled to Arkansas, and that game's also currently happening with a surprise, with what some people could say is surprising, with BYU on top 21-14 with 7:15 to go in the second quarter. And to end SEC play for this halftime show, Akron is currently playing at Kentucky, with Kentucky on top 14-0 with 8 seconds to go before halftime.
So that'll wrap up our Southeastern Conference scores from around college football. We will get you some score updates in the post-game show here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network 95.3 GHQ. About 8 minutes to go until the second half. We'll step aside here for one more break. And when we come back, myself, Ethan Eibe, along with Hunter Murphy and Hugh Green, will talk about what we saw in the first half and get you our thoughts and predictions for how this game is going to finish out. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Welcome back to Science Today. And we already have our next caller. Welcome. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Philip.
Hello, Philip. You sound really young.
Not really. I'm 9.
Oh, wow. You're still in elementary school, right?
Does that matter?
Oh, no, not at all. What's your question?
Well, I know the molecular formula for water is H2O. I also know that hydrocarbon is CH3, CH2, 50, CH3. Glucose is C6H12O6. The general formula for an alkene is CnH2n plus 2. But what I can't seem to find is any scientific formula for Bob.
Bob?
My goldfish.
Are you ready for kids who eat healthy? Good nutrition can lead to great things. To find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed, go to mypyramid.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and USDA.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
From the vantage point, Mafatu saw 6 war canoes drawn up on the beach. But what held the boy's eyes in awful trance were the figures, the eaters of men, cannibals. Mafatu watched the strange scene, powerless to move. In that very instant, he heard a crashing in the undergrowth. 4 figures were tearing through the jungle. He turned and ran blindly down the trail, thinking only of his canoe. If only he could reach it before the savages overtook him. Explore new worlds. Find out what happens next by reading the book Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. For other great book ideas, visit literacy.gov. A message from the Library of Congress and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Swamp here live on 95.3 GHQ, the home of the Orange and Blue Sports Network. My name's Ethan Eibe, joined alongside Hugh Green and Hunter Murphy. The Gators with a 26-7 lead at the half against their rival Tennessee Volunteers. It was an incredible first half for Florida. outpacing Tennessee in yards, 281 to 122. Graham Mertz and the Florida offense, they've been on fire, guys.
Yeah, fantastic so far tonight. Mertz, as you said, 17 for 20. He's been very accurate with his passing. Hasn't thrown the ball down the field too much, but he hasn't really needed to, with this rushing game being incredible so far. He's, as I said, 17 of 20, 146 yards, and that one touchdown pass, 18-yard touchdown pass to Montrell Johnson.
Yeah, guys, and like you said in the pregame show, the rushing attack was going to be a big part of success for the Gators today, and that's exactly what they focused on. They are currently outrushing the Bulls 135 to just the Tennessee's 30 total yards rushing tonight, and so that has definitely been a focus on emphasis for the Gators, which has worked out.
Indeed it has. For Florida, Trevor Etienne's been the big story, 11 attempts for 119 yards. He scored that 62-yard rushing touchdown. That was the first Gators score of the game. Remember how this one started with Tennessee's opening drive. They scored within 2 minutes of having the ball, and it was just an incredible lightning-quick start. But after that, Florida was able to rebound, and more importantly, the defense has followed suit.
Yeah, definitely after that first drive, as you said, they had a long pass to Squirrel White down the left sideline. It was a 41-yard pass that got him in close, and they punched it in with the touchdown pass to Ramel Keaton in the corner. But since then, I think this defense and defensive coordinator Armstrong have adjusted and found their rhythm on defense and been able to stop this high-flying attacking offense of the Volunteers.
Yeah, they are flying to the ball. The whole defense as a whole. There is not one singular person making tackles. It's multiple people flying to the ball, finding the ball, joining to bring the ball carrier down. And this translates to third down success. The money chance in the swamp gets the defense going, and that just shows Tennessee's only 2 for 5 on third downs. And on the other side, the Gators are having success on third downs, converting 7 out of 8. So that just shows how the defense is feeding off the success of offense in a way.
A sold-out Swamp here, welcoming back the Gators to the field. Just about 3 minutes to go until the second half begins here from Menhill-Griffin Stadium. Now Florida's looking to make a little bit of history here today. If they can hang on and get the win here for Billy Napier, it would be his very first rivalry win against one of those top opponents last year. If you recall, didn't get a single rivalry win. And also this note comes from Cam Parker over at All Gators SI. The Gators have never beaten the AP number 11 team while unranked at home. They have never done it, and they have a chance to do it tonight. And on that note, the Gators, the last time that they even had a win against number 11 team, 2003 on the road at Arkansas. So definitely a lot on the line here for both teams.
Yeah, that's an ESPN stat if I've ever heard one from Cam Parker. But yeah, as we said, this Tennessee Volunteers team hasn't been able to come into the Swamp and beat the Gators in 20 years. 2003, we talked about it in the Open, the last time that Tennessee came into Ben Hill Griffin Stadium and won. That was back in 2003, so 9 straight victories, trying to make it a 10th here tonight, and they're well on their way so far through the first half.
We will step aside here, and when we come back, the second half from Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, the score, Florida 26, Tennessee 7. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I'm one out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. I'm lucky to grow up where I could be whatever I want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard, and I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Welcome back to the Swamp, live on 95.3 GHQ, the Orange and Blue Sports Network. Second half kickoff just about ready to get underway. Florida kicking to Tennessee. Trey Smack, the Florida kicker, is back to boot this one away. And for Tennessee, they will have D. Williams and Cameron Selden back to receive. But all Trey Smack has done is kick those touchbacks all day long. The score 26-7 Gators as Smack's kick is away, sailing into the end zone, and wouldn't you know it, another touchback. Ethan Eibe, Hugh Green here live from the Swamp as the Gators look to build off their first half success. 20 points in that second quarter.
Yeah, it was a very impressive first half from the Gators. Not something a lot of people were expecting from Florida in that first half. Able to take control of the game after those first couple possessions where the first one for the Gators stalled off. And it looks like we're going to have an offside on the kickoff. Not something you see very often.
Yeah, definitely not. And it looks like Tennessee's going to benefit from this. The first down and 10. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line rather than the 25. So actually it's going to be a 1st and 5 for Tennessee. As Joe Milton back behind the center as he takes this one and he drops it here. A fumble by Milton, who dives on it. Desmond Watson was right there, but I think Tennessee was able to recover. Milton, who looked kind of surprised at that snap, unable to have the handle on that football, and he's lucky there. It's a loss of about 9 yards. 2nd and 14. Ball spotted at the 26. Two receivers to the left of Milton, and as he hands this one off, running up the middle. Jamar James on the tackle that time. Gain of 4, 3rd down and 10 for Tennessee.
That was a good job by that Gators defense to not let that get through into the secondary. Third down and long now.
Jalen Wright in the backfield for the Vols. Milton will screen past this one to the left side. This one is complete, and it will not be enough for the 4th down. It was complete to Squirrel White for Tennessee. And this one actually will be good enough for the 1st down. He just barely got in there for a gain of 10. Ball spotted at the 40. Vols quick to get it going here. Another handoff. This one goes to Jalen Wright as well, running to the left of the center. Gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, on that conversion for the 1st down, it was a good job breaking a couple tackles by the receiver and getting just enough for that 1st down.
Ball on the Tennessee 44. Milton quickly marching his troops downfield. Another handoff goes to Wright. He's got some space, very close to a 1st down here. I don't know if he quite got in. Ran to the left down at about midfield. And it will be 3rd down and 1 for Tennessee. Milton already set to go. Dual receivers, left and right for the Volunteers. McCoy as well as Squirrel Wright on the far side. Tight end McAllen Castles is out there. And now it looks like they're going to run out of time here on the play clock, and a timeout is called by the Volunteers. And once again, this crowd here at the Swamp, a sold-out 90,000 person crowd, is making their presence felt.
Oh, for sure. We saw it countless times in that first half. False starts, timeouts having to be called by Tennessee, and here it is again on the first drive of the second half. Once again, the 90,000 plus of the Gator faithful in the crowd tonight, causing issues for Tennessee. It looked like they were trying to bunch everyone up around the offensive line, maybe try a QB sneak for this 3rd down, very short. But had to burn a timeout in the first couple minutes of the second half. That's always something you'd hate to see if you're Tennessee.
They will announce the attendance at some point here in the 3rd quarter, so we'll get you that number when we find it out. Instead, it's 3rd and 1. Ball spotted at the 50 for the Vols. As they bunch up Milton directly under center. Handoff quickly goes to Brew McCoy as he's stopped. Couple of Gators on the tackle. I don't know if it's enough. And it will be enough for Tennessee. They barely get their man McCoy across the line there.
That was a good job by the DBs of Florida to corral him, but they barely needed anything for that first down, and McCoy was able to get it.
New set of downs at the 49. Another fake handoff here, run up the middle for Tennessee. This one handed off to Jalen Wright. He still keeps on going. See where they put him down here. A bit of, I think, forward progress was stopped around the 39-yard line. That's where they spot it. It's another first down, so 1st and 10. About 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 26-7, Florida leads Tennessee. Milton on the right hash, gets the snap, fake handoff. Well, this one is a handoff. It goes to Wright again, running left. And a good stop there by the Florida defense.
Princely Wamamielen off the left edge of that defensive line for the Gators did a great job of coming around and getting Wright in the backfield.
Couple receivers to the right for Tennessee. That's Jalen Wright and Ramel Keaton. Two more receivers to Milton's left. Right now in motion here. Play clock at 10. The snap. Milton keeps this one running up the middle. Dives across the 35. Not enough for the first down. It'll be 3rd down and about 4. 3rd down and 3 is what they say. Ball spotted at the 32.
Jordan Castell did a good job coming up from his safety position to make the tackle there, not allow Milton to get the first down.
Two receivers to the left, one on the near side. And this one looked to be early motion on Tennessee. The flag is thrown. And it is indeed a false start on the Volunteers. It's the tight end, McAllen Castles, the culprit. Now it becomes 3rd down and 8.
The 5th penalty on this Tennessee team so far tonight. They've just been doing it over and over again. The offensive line, false starts after false start, and backing them up here now 3rd and long.
And now this crowd will get even louder on 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 38 of Florida. Joe Milton trying to keep this drive alive. Steps back to pass, slings it to his tight end Castles. It'll take 2, now 3 Gators to tackle him. And that is going to be enough for a Tennessee first down.
Jason Marshall was blitzing off the corner position there and left Castles wide open for the slant.
Ball at the 27, 1st down Tennessee. Another handoff. And this one stopped at about the 25-yard line, gain of 2 that time for the Vols. It was Jabari Small on that carry, and TJ Searcy on the tackle. Second down and 7, ball on the 24 of Florida. Milton lines up on the right hash here. Now gets up out of the crouch to bark some orders to his offense here. The deafening crowd certainly is getting to him. Play clock at 10. The snap. This one a fake handoff. Ball is tipped in the air and it'll be incomplete. That might have been Cam Jackson, I believe, on the tip that time for Florida. It landed right in between Jordan Castell, and I believe that's Devin Moore out there as well. It's 3rd down again for Tennessee, 3rd and 7 at the 24.
Yeah, great job by Jackson to get that big right paw up and deflect that one out of the air and cause it to go up in the air and bring up another 3rd down for Tennessee.
Tight end Castles as well as Keaton line up to the right. 2 receivers to the left as well with Small in the backfield. 24-yard line, right hash for Milton. He has to reset here, and the play clock's gonna run out. A flag will be thrown for delay of game.
We said it time and time again, Ethan. This crowd has been putting them under pressure, but I think they got the timeout before the delay game penalty there.
So Tennessee, Josh Heupel, already here. We aren't even through 6 minutes in this second half, and he's already had to burn 2 of his 3 timeouts.
Down 19, that is not something you want from a Tennessee perspective.
We'll step aside here. 3rd down and 7 for Tennessee on the Florida 24. 9:42 to go in the third quarter. The score, Florida 26, Tennessee 7. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network
Sound
on
of someone
95.3
correctly.
GHQ.
This is the sound of someone correctly. This is the sound of someone correctly installing a car seat. And this is the sound of someone incorrectly installing a car seat. Correctly, incorrectly. Hear the difference? No? That's because installing a car seat incorrectly is terribly easy. So much so, 75% of adults install them wrong. For simple instructions on how to get it right, visit buckleupforlife.org. Ah, perfectly executed. Brought to you by Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center.
My name is Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to the Swamp on 95.3 GHQ, the Orange and Blue Sports Network. Ethan Eibe, Hugh Green, 3rd down and 7 for Tennessee. Ball on the Florida 24. 9:42 to go in the third quarter. The score 26-7. The Gators lead the Volunteers. Joe Milton lines up his guys on the right hash. 2 receivers left and right. Florida trying for the big 3rd down stop here. The snap goes to Milton, looking to the left, slings this one. It is broken up. It was Jalen Kimber. That one intended for Brew McCoy. It's 4th down, Tennessee.
Jalen Kimber, what a play. He was beaten by a step there, but he was able to make up ground and hit the receiver right as he made contact with the ball, knock it loose, and bring up a field goal attempt for Tennessee.
So Tennessee will send its field goal crew out. Charles Campbell, he's going to try here for a 42-yarder. He lines up on the right hash. The snap, the hold, kick is up on the way, and it is good. Tennessee on the board for the first time here in the second half. The score now 26-10. The 42-yarder is good. So we'll step aside here yet again. Tennessee will kick it back off to Florida when we come back. The score, Florida 26, Tennessee 10. 9:31 to go here in the third quarter. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I'm one out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. I'm lucky to grow up where I could be whatever I want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard. And I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Welcome back to Science Today. And we already have our next caller. Welcome. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Philip.
Hello, Philip. You sound really young.
Welcome back to 95.3 GHQ, the Orange and Blue Sports Network. 9 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tennessee down now to the Florida Gators, 26-10. Ethan Eibe and Hugh Green on the call from the Swamp. Tennessee set to kick it back off to Florida here after getting themselves a field goal here. 14-play, 46-yard drive ended in a 42-yard field goal by Charles Campbell. It'll be Josh Turbyville to kick it off as he boots this one away, heading right into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Gators. Both Etienne and Marshall Jr. were back to receive. Florida will start it off at their own 25-yard line. Hugh Green, what have we seen so far from both these teams here early on in the second half?
Well, Tennessee was able to get a little bit of a drive going, something that they weren't able to do in their last 4 or 5 drives after the opening drive touchdown that they got. So the Gators defense kind of bended, but they didn't break, and that caused the field goal. And they still have the lead, 16-point lead, and gets the offense back on the field.
Graham Mertz back behind the center here. Montrell Johnson lines up in the pistol set as this one handed off to Montrell, and he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. There's a tackle there by Wesley Walker.
Yeah, up from his safety position there, a little bit of a blitz coming. He read the run right away up the middle and was able to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage and for no gain.
Second down and 10 at the 25. We've learned that Eugene Wilson III is going to be out for the rest of this game with a collarbone injury. Wilson currently the leading receiver in this game for Florida. 6 catches for 44 yards, most of which came on the opening drive for UF. 2 receivers left and right for Graham Mertz. He's got plenty of options as he goes back to pass. He'll throw a short one here, and I don't know who that was intended for, but it's incomplete, and a flag is thrown on the play.
It looked like they were trying to set up a screen to Pearsall on the right side. It had all the linemen go out right, and it actually hit Micah Mazuka in the back. The pass did as he was running to go block the defenders, but there's a flag, maybe ineligible receiver downfield. We'll see what the call is after the referees are done convening.
Taking a look at what the white hat says.
Ineligible touching, personal foul there. So I assume on Mazuka. Oh, no penalty, actually. Okay.
Well, it'll be third down and 10 here from the 25-yard line of Florida. Under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 26-10, Florida leads. Pearsall and Douglas line up to the left of Graham Mertz. Trevor Etienne is in the backfield now. Arliss Sportingham, the tight end, out there as well. So Mertz has the snap, back to pass, throws in coverage and caught by Ricky Pearsall. It's not quite enough for the first down, just short by about 2 yards. 4th and 2. We'll see if UF goes for it here or if they send out the punt crew.
Looks like Jeremy Crawshaw is coming onto the field. Mertz took a big hit there as he threw the ball, and it was a little slow to get up. So I think Billy Napier doesn't want to risk it trying to go for the 4th down conversion here, about a 4th and 2, and he'll send out Crawshaw to punt it back to Tennessee.
So here is Crawshaw, the Australian punter. 5 punts this year. He's averaged 46 yards each time. 3 of them over 50 yards. Punt is away at the 22 of Florida, and that was close, and Crawshaw got hit on the punt as this one lands at about the 20 of Tennessee and bounces out of bounds.
No flag on the play, though. I think the Tennessee defender might have backed up one of the blockers into Crawshaw, which caused him to fall down, but no penalty on the play for roughing the kicker.
That'll be a pretty good punt there for Crawshaw. Ball spotted at the 21. That's where Milton and the Volunteers will take over.
And we'll see if this Florida defense can gain that momentum back from the end of the first half and cause a 3-and-out or maybe another turnover here, but you just definitely don't want to see a touchdown if you're a Florida defense. You can live with the field goals up 16, but not a touchdown.
So Joe Milton back out there on the right hash. Triple receivers to his left. The snap, handoff here, running up the middle. That one was Jalen Wright on the carry that time, and now a little bit of a scrum going on here. I don't know if Wright necessarily was down, so he kept pushing on that pile all the way to the 30. Don't know if they ruled him down. He kept on going.
Yeah, the offensive line kind of helped him up there. They kind of held him up and then pushed him forward.
How about that? A first down for Tennessee. Quickly they go back into it here. Handoff to Wright, and this time he's not going to go that far. Possible loss of yardage here.
Ramon Mielen again in there on the tackle, right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and long now.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to his left. Milton will look to pass here. He's got plenty of time, heaves it in the air, deep down the field, and it is broken up. Intended for Dante Thornton, it's Jordan Castell, the safety, breaking up that massive pass. 3rd down Tennessee. That could have been dangerous, Hugh.
Yeah, definitely one-on-one on the outside. Castell and Thornton. Castell did a great job staying with him step for step, and he got a hand in there right as the ball was getting to Thornton's hands. And that'll bring up another 3rd down and long here for the Vols.
It was a one-on-one foot race between Thornton and Castell, and the freshman from Orlando made it happen. Ball at the 31 of Tennessee. Under 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 26-10, Florida leads Tennessee. The snap, Milton looking for the pass. Slings this one to the left, and it is caught there by the Vols up to the 25. Again, that was Dante Thornton. This time, Tennessee makes the connection and a new set of downs for the Vols.
Yeah, Jaden Hill got beat there in his first season at the star position. He got beat, he lost a step on the receiver, and that's a long gain for them on 3rd down.
The snap, fake handoff here. Now it does go to the Vols. Jalen Wright running up the middle. Gain of 1 that time around, 2nd and 9. It was Chris McClellan on the tackle. Tennessee certainly hurrying it up here. 2nd and 9 to the 25. Ball on the left hash for the Volunteers. 2 receivers stacked on top, left and right. They will complete a screen pass here on the far side to Dante Thornton. Jalen Kimber pushes him out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Kimber staying with him. They were able to get a few yards, but not enough for a 1st down.
Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd down and 3 Volunteers. They'll run the same play back. The handoff goes to Wright up the middle, and Florida will stuff him up. Not enough for the 1st down. There's Tyreek Sapp leading the charge there. Castell on the blitz as well. 4th down and a 1. Ball on the 17. Tennessee's going to go for it here. Now Florida will make a couple of defensive changes.
I think Tennessee subbed so that they had to allow Gators to sub.
Caleb Banks now back on the field. The snap goes to right, and he is running into the wall of Florida Gators there. Scooby Williams leading the charge. Tennessee turns it over on downs.
Williams and Castell in the backfield right away. They were able to get around the outside. They brought a lot of pressure on that play. Did Austin Armstrong in this defense and made them turn it over on downs.
Josh Heupel right now is having a pretty heated conversation with the referees. Florida is going to take over here on their own 19-yard line. Tennessee opting to go for it on 4th and 2, and they're unable to make it happen.
Yeah, there was an odd substitution there. It looked like someone called a timeout. The officials kind of ran into the formation and allowed the Gators to sub. And I think that's what Josh Heupel's angry about on the Tennessee sideline. But it worked out in the Gators' favor, and they're happy about that.
So Graham Mertz and company back on the field here. Looking for their first score of this second half. Douglas and Pearsall to his left. As this handoff goes here, that is Trevor Etienne up to the 17-yard line. It's Elijah Herring on the tackle that time. No gain on the play there. 2nd and 10 from their own 19. 5 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. Etienne lines up to the right of Mertz in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Crowd quieted down here for the Florida offense. The second down snap, knee high, handoff right to Etienne, running left up to the 25. Not enough for the first down. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Good job by Etienne there, running left. Bounced it around the offensive line, saw there was no holes in the line, and he got a gain of about 5, but 3rd down, which the Gators are 7 for 9 so far tonight on 3rd down conversions.
Yard line for the first is the 29. It's 3rd and 4. Florida lining up at their own 25. Triple receivers to the left. Khalil Jackson, Arliss Boardingham, Ricky Pearsall. It'll be a screen pass to Pearsall, who bobbles it and can't make the catch. Incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down on that screen pass. Even if he did catch it, he had a swarm of white jerseys around him. That'll bring up 4th down and another punt coming up for the Gators in the second half.
So both offenses sluggish to start here in the third quarter. Jeremy Crawshaw back out there, fresh off of kicking a 46-yard punt earlier in this second half. Get another opportunity to show off the Australian boot, as this one is away. Sending it over towards the 30-yard line, and it will go out of bounds. See where they spot this one. Just about at the 37, it looks like. So there will be a timeout called here by the Gators. And we will step aside here for the moment. 1st down and 10, Tennessee. Ball spotted at their own 38. 3:52 to go in the third quarter. The score, Gators 26, Volunteers 10. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Annoying. You're so annoying. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop copying me. Mom, tell her to stop talking me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
You are a healthy eater. Oranges for vitamin C, flaxseed and mackerel for omega-3s. But did you know the same foods that are good for your body, i.e. not beef jerky, are also good for your eyes? Yep, research shows proper nutrition can impact the development of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 leading causes of blindness. So keep up the healthy munching, my well-fed friend. And for more easy ways to keep keeping your eyes healthy, see your optometrist or visit AOA.org.
These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road.
texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do Florida a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's wireless companies, and the National Safety Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I gotta tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is gonna develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't gotta be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. Learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. I'm kidding.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse today by a magic trick. Witnesses say a bully had the boy pinned down.
Scott was hitting Timmy pretty hard, and I said somebody should do something.
Moments later, a street magician arrived on the scene. Police reports state he covered the bully with his coat. What happened next is still under investigation.
The bully turned into a bunch of kittens.
The victim left the scene unharmed.
Boy, you never see that happen.
That's because it doesn't. If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do from American Humane at BeHumane.org.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This.
Welcome back to the Swamp, live on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. Gators lead the Volunteers 26-10. Ethan Eibe and Hugh Green with you. Tennessee set to get going here on their next drive. 1st and 10 on their own 38.
Yeah, the Gators went 3 and out of their last drive. Tennessee trying to get some momentum going on their offense, stringing from the defense.
Joe Milton back there. He's got Jabari Small to his left. He will keep it running to the left here. Finds an open lane, and this one, nearly fumbled. That time around for Florida. On the tackle was Taraja Mitchell.
Looked like there might have been a holding in the backfield there.
It'll be a holding against Tennessee.
Yeah, that'll back him up 10 yards. Didn't get much on that speed option to the left side, but that'll back him up even further. 1st and 20 now.
3 minutes, 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Florida hasn't scored in this second half. Tennessee, all they've got is a field goal. They're trying to get back in this game. 5 wideouts, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the right hash for Milton. Receiver in motion. Milton, the screen pass here is complete. Going up towards the 30-yard line. This one completed to Dante Thornton and Scooby Williams and Taraja Mitchell on the tackle.
Good
2nd
job.
and 16.
Good job getting around the block there.
Snap. Another screen pass here goes to the far side, and the Tennessee receiver bowls over a man. That was Brew McCoy that time on the reception. Caleb Banks, the one to stop him. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 40. Another big 3rd down here for this Gators defense. Under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. Ball on the left hash. Triple receivers to the left for Joe Milton. The snap, Milton looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket as it collapses. Still on the move, running to the near side. Gets across the 40, 45, 50, and it's gonna be enough for the 1st down. Milton decides to do it himself.
Great job using his legs. We talked about it before the game that he's able to use his legs, be athletic, get around the outside if the pocket breaks down, and it did that time, and he got around to the right side, had nobody spying on him, and he was able to get enough for their 1st down.
Ball on the 48-yard line. On the Florida side of the field. New set of downs for the Volunteers. The snap, handoff here, running up the middle, finds a blocker here, Jabari Small. Mitchell on the tackle.
Yeah, Mitchell just able to get the ankles of Small there.
2nd down and 7, ball at the 45, and now play is going to be waved dead here as the snap goes. Some dirty laundry on the field here. See what they have in store now. And it will be another false start on Tennessee. We have seen that quite a lot tonight, Hugh.
Yeah, definitely. I think that time it might have been the entire offensive line. When you see that, that means the center messed up. Everybody's moving on the first clap, but the center Cooper Mays was not moving on that snap. He did not snap the ball, and that causes the false start penalty.
90 seconds to go in the third quarter and counting down. 2nd and 12, ball at the 50 after the penalty. Milton ready. Gets the snap here, looking, has the screen pass complete to Small, running down the near sideline and pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And there is a flag down here again.
I think it might have been a personal foul on that block by the tight end of Tennessee. It looked like Castles kind of ran into the helmet of the Gator defender. Possible targeting call on the block this time.
Let's see what they have. And it is exactly as Hugh said, called against the tight end McAllen Castles for a personal foul, illegal block.
Yeah, he kind of came around the side, didn't allow the defender to see him as he was blocking him, and that'll be called every day. 15-yard penalty. Backs him way up.
Ball spotted at the 35-second down and 22nd. How about that for the Volunteers? A minute to go here in the third quarter. And this Swamp crowd is getting louder still. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Joe Milton. The snap. It'll be handed off again here, running to the left side. Jabari Small still got some legs, and he's across the 40. Not nearly enough. It'll bring up third down. 3rd and 20, ball at the 42.
Good job by Kelby Collins there on the tackle.
Milton back to pass here, and he'll throw this one to the near side, caught by Keaton, and he is forced out of bounds at about the 45. Jason Marshall Jr. on the coverage, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
They got to go for it again here.
They'll go for it on 4th and 6th. Ball on the Gators' 44-yard line.
They could also try to draw them offside before the end of the third quarter.
15 seconds to go in the quarter. 2 receivers left and right. Small in the backfield. Milton gets the snap off in time, has time to pass. Running to the right, a flag is down. He'll throw it, and a slip and fall on the far side as this one is incomplete. And that'll bring an end to the third quarter, an eventful final play.
Yeah, Jeremiah Crawford was just all over McClellan in the backfield. That holding will obviously be declined by the Gators. That'll bring up 4th down. And will you say this Gators team will not back down? I think so.
How about this tonight? Florida 15 minutes away from an upset victory on the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll go to a break here, get you the 4th quarter. When we come back, it's Tom Petty time at the Swamp. The score 26-10. Gators lead the Volunteers. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I gotta tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is gonna develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't gotta be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. Learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys gonna do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job. And if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law. Registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow.
Welcome back to the Swamp. 26-10, the Gators lead the Volunteers. Ethan Eibe, Hugh Green on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. The fans here at the Swamp, all 90,751 of them still singing along to Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down.
Yeah, the second largest attendance in the Swamp in a Florida-Tennessee game in the history of this storied matchup.
And the 12th largest crowd ever in this building. Truly an incredible night, and the Gators fans have been treated to a great performance by their orange and blue. First down and 10 on the 44-yard line for Florida. Graham Mertz back out there as he hands this one off. That one will go up to about the 45, a minimal gain of 1 that time.
Treyon Webb into the game for the first time tonight. We saw him have a couple touchdowns last week, his first couple of his career, and he's getting his first touch of this game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great to see. Webb, 14 carries for 71 yards last week against the McNeese State Cowboys, a game the Florida Gators won 49-7. This was going to be their first true test of the season in their Southeastern Conference opener, and they seem to have answered all the questions as Graham Mertz throws this one on the run, and a big pass break up there by Tennessee's Kamal Haddon. But a flag is down on the field.
I think it might be roughing the passer. The defender was hit Mertz late, and I think it might get the Gators a first down here.
Now still waiting to see. Indeed it is, roughing the passer on Tennessee. And so Florida will get a new set of downs here. Ball spotted at the Tennessee 39.
Something interesting to note, Graham Mertz wearing a glove on his left hand right now. I'm not sure if there was something in the last drive that he may have hit his left hand on, but he wasn't doing that earlier in the game, and he is wearing a white glove on his left hand right now.
Interesting to note. Good catch, Hugh. Single receiver left and right for Mertz. Jonathan Odom, the tight end, is in motion. He's got Webb in the backfield, and the handoff will go to Treyon Webb, running to the left. Not much of a gain there, if at all. It is Jalen McCullough on the tackle that time, safety blitzing.
McCullough swarmed to Webb that time. Webb, it looked like Webb had the outside around to the left sideline, but McCullough able to get to him and make the stop.
Loss of 2 yards. 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 12. Ball at the 41-yard line, left hash. 14 minutes to go in this ball game. Florida trying for the upset win of the Tennessee Volunteers, the 11th ranked Vols, who haven't won in the Swamp in 20 years. Mertz back to pass on a low snap. He will send this one middle of the field. Catch made by Caleb Douglas. He's brought down at the 30. Aaron Beasley on the tackle.
Great job by Douglas, a great route. It went just to the first down, stopped on a dime, turned around, and the ball was right in his hands as he made his break, and that's enough for a Gator first down.
First down and 10 on the 29-yard line here, and now another Tennessee player is down. It is Omari Thomas, one of the defensive tackles, slow to get up, and now he finally does, being attended to by a couple of the Tennessee trainers. So we'll step aside here while they take a look at Omari Thomas. The score 26-10. Gators lead the Vols. 13:24 to go in this ball game. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids. Healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job, and if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law: registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I'm one out of every 4 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. I'm lucky to grow up where I could be whatever I want. I want to grow up and be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for kids like me. Together, we're Feeding America. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the news, a small boy was rescued from abuse.
Back here from the Swamp on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. The Gators lead the Volunteers 26-10. They are 13 minutes, 24 seconds away from their first upset victory in 2023. This has been quite a game for Florida. They haven't scored at all here in this second half. It's been the defensive half. Wouldn't you say, Hugh?
Yeah, the defense has been absolutely incredible this second half, allowing just 3 points in that third quarter so far.
First down and 10 at the 29 of Tennessee. Mertz will hand this one off, run into the right side. That is Trevor Etienne on the carry. This was a tackle by Arion Carter that time. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 on the 26.
Yeah, not much of a hole there for Etienne. He was able to evade a tackler right at the line of scrimmage and get a few yards out of it. Gain something for a more manageable second down.
Gators trying to put the finishing touches on this win here. They're going to need a couple of more scores to make that happen here. You never know with this Tennessee offense. It can be explosive at times as Mertz will go back to pass here. Now it's a handoff to Etienne running down the near sideline. He is brought down across the 10. It was Aaron Beasley on the tackle. Etienne fooling the Tennessee defense there. It's going to be first and goal. Florida ball spotted at the 7.
Yeah, Etienne did a great job breaking a couple tackles, spinning out of another one, and getting a great gain for first down.
Pearson lines up near side. Handoff goes to Etienne. He finds a lane and is brought down quickly here. Now is Garland on the tackle.
Yeah, Garland did a good job. Etienne had a little bit of a jump cut. He was running outside, then he bounced it inside, but Garland stayed with him and brought him down for about no gain.
Second down and goal at the 7. 11:41 to go in this ball game. Tennessee just one timeout remaining in this game. Florida's got all 3 of them still. They'll line it up on the right hash. Mertz with Etienne right behind him. Pearsall in motion. Another handoff here to Etienne, running up the middle and quickly stuffed by Tennessee's Beasley. He has been all over Etienne here on this drive.
Yeah, Beasley has been all over the field all night long. I would say been their best player on defense by far. But coming into the game, he led this team in tackles and tackles for loss, and he's just done exactly that so far tonight.
Gators will switch it up here on 3rd down and 6. Arliss Boardingham and Khalil Jackson on the field. Jonathan Odom is taken out. New tight end and receiver. Jackson, Pearsall, and Douglas will line up on the left side. Mertz will have it on the right hash. Etienne to his right. Pearsall in motion, the snap, handed off. And this one, a QB keeper actually, Mertz trying to surge up the middle. James Pierce Jr. there to stop him, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Florida.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a broken play there. I'm not sure if Mertz was supposed to hand it off to Pearsall, and he just couldn't get it off and didn't want to fumble it, so he kept it. But Mertz, again, slow to get up this time. Already has that glove on his left hand. Hopefully he doesn't have some type of lower body injury as well.
It'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt. And this is Trey Smack, not Adam Mihalik. Jeremy Crawshaw to hold here. Florida trying to extend their lead. The snap, the hold, kick is up on the way, and it is good for Trey Smack. Smacks it through. 29-10, Gators lead the Volunteers. Under 10 minutes to play here in this ball game. The Gators trying to put the finishing touches on this rivalry upset of the Vols. We'll step aside, get you right back here for Tennessee's next drive. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
With Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I gotta tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is gonna develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't gotta be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. To learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. I'm kidding.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Welcome back to the Swamp, live on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. Ethan Eibe and Hugh Green. The score 29-10. The Gators have been in control since the second quarter of this ball game. Now with 9:55 to go in the game, Trey Smack will kick it off, and Tennessee will get it back. Florida cashing in a 27-yard field goal by Smack, capping off a 10-play, 46-yard drive that took about 5 minutes. Gators are in control here and looking to put on the finishing touches tonight, Hugh.
Yeah, after that opening drive from Tennessee where they got the touchdown, the Gators have outscored them 29-3. It's been absolutely dominant since that first drive, has this Gators offense and defense together.
D. Williams, Cameron Selden back to receive as Smack kicks it away. Sailing towards the end zone, this will go down as a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25 for Tennessee.
We'll see Joe Milton come back onto the field once again in this Tennessee offense. But this Gator crowd of 90,751 just been absolutely deafening for this Tennessee offense so far tonight.
Florida scored all their touchdowns in the first half. The story of this second half has been Austin Armstrong's defense. Two receivers left and right for Joe Milton, lining up on the right hash, as he will hand this one off running up the middle. That was Jabari Small on the carry that time around. 2nd down and 7, a gain of 3.
Good job by Cam Jackson in the middle there, not allowing that one to go much further.
Triple receivers to the left side, one to the far side for Milton, with Small lining up to his left. Snap a bit high. Screen pass is knocked down. That was Tyreek Sapp tipping that one as it lands flat. Brew McCoy's 3rd down and 7 for the Volunteers.
Yeah, great job by Sapp there. A lot of times when the offensive line kind of goes away, you know that that's going to be a screen pass, and Sapp read it fantastically, and he dropped back and got his hand up to knock it out of the air.
McCoy, White, and Warren, the receivers on the left side for Tennessee. Small lines up behind Milton again. On 3rd down, the handoff goes to Small, running up the middle, slicing up the right hash. He's got the 1st down. Jordan Castell stops him at about the 40-yard line here. 1st and 10, Tennessee, and Milton already resets. 9:11 to go in the game. Milton back to pass, has plenty of time here. He'll go the short option as Small makes the catch at the logo. Shamar James on the tackle, a gain of 5, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was a free play there, as the Gators may have had 12 men on the field. They were trying to sub out a defensive lineman, but he wasn't able to get off in time.
And so they do call them for illegal substitution.
So they'll take the penalty instead of the basically 5-yard gain. Just get 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 5 here.
So 1st and 5, ball at the 45-yard lines of Tennessee. Dual receivers left and right for the Vols. Milton looking for an opportunity, has plenty of time, throws over the middle, and broken up by Castell.
Yeah, great job by Jordan Castell. Again, we've called his name a few times today on a deep ball. He was one-on-one on that play. He was also one-on-one over the middle, able to get a hand around and knock it out of the air.
2nd and 5, Milton again back to pass. He heaves this one deep down the near side, all the way to the goal line. It is caught. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Brew McCoy, a great job there. The receiver just beating his defender, Jakeem Jackson, on the outside. He was one-on-one, and the speed of McCoy just went right past Jackson for the touchdown. Wide open touchdown.
It's a 55-yard touchdown reception for Brew McCoy. And now Tennessee trying to get back in this game. It's 29-16, and they will attempt the extra point here.
I think they're going for 2.
Now they will go for 2. No extra point needed, I suppose. As Milton will line this one up on the left hash. He's got McCoy to his left. And now the referee's going to get in here and break this one up. It's a timeout for the Gators.
I'm not sure if I would go for 2 in the situation. They're down 7 points, but I don't know what a 2-point conversion would really do for you. If you make the extra point, you're down 6. A touchdown takes the lead, but 5, I'm not completely sure. Maybe they're just trying to catch the defense off guard and make them call a timeout like they did.
Well, it's the first timeout of this second half for Florida. We'll step aside here with 8:41 to go in this game. Gators still hold a commanding 29-16 lead over the Tennessee Volunteers. Can they finish the upset? Find out when we come back. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Welcome back to Science Today. And we already have our next caller. Welcome. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Philip.
Hello, Philip. You sound really young.
Not really. I'm 9.
Oh, wow. You're still in elementary school, right?
Does that matter?
Oh, no, not at all. What's your question?
Well, I know the molecular formula for water is H2O. I also know that hydrocarbon is CH3CH2 50CH3. Glucose is C6H12O6. The general formula for an alkene is CnH2n plus 2. But what I can't seem to find is any scientific formula for Bob.
Bob?
My goldfish.
Are you ready for kids who eat healthy? Good nutrition can lead to great things. To find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed, go to mypyramid.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and USDA.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
From the vantage point, Mafatu saw 6 war canoes drawn up on the beach, but what held the boy's eyes in awful trance were the figures, the eaters of men, cannibals. Mafatu watched the strange scene, powerless to move. In that very instant, he heard a crashing in the undergrowth. 4 figures were tearing through the jungle. He turned and ran blindly down the trail, thinking only of his canoe. If only he could reach it before the savages overtook him. Explore new worlds. Find out what happens next by reading the book Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. For other great book ideas, visit literacy.gov. A message from the Library of Congress and the Ad Council.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it...
Back here from the Swamp on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. Tennessee going for the 2-point conversion here. Fresh off a 55-yard touchdown to Brew McCoy. 4 receivers line up to the right of Joe Milton, who lines up on the left hash. Jabari Small in the backfield. Brew McCoy to his left. He caught the touchdown. Milton will run this one to the right, looking for help. Princely Umanmielen in his face, and he forces him out of bounds. Umanmielen, the leading edge rusher for Florida, prevents the extra point.
Yeah, that's some insane speed from a defensive end. Umanmielen able to keep up with Milton and track him down before he got to the goal line and stop him and keep this game as a 13-point game rather than 11.
Milton connected with McCoy in a 55-yard touchdown pass. Now we'll see if Florida can rebound here. 8:41 to go in this ball game. Still an opportunity for Tennessee to get back in it, but it would take a couple of scores. Florida needs to provide that distance now.
Yeah, definitely, and with only 1 timeout left for Tennessee after they had to use a couple early in the third quarter, it's going to be tough for them to stop the clock until 2 minutes left to go, and it stops at first downs. But until then, no stoppages other than incompletes. So we will see if Tennessee is able to get this one to go, get this one back into a game.
So Tennessee will kick this one off. Jackson Ross out there to kick it away. Trevor Etienne, the lone returner in the backfield for Florida.
Might be going for an onside kick here for Tennessee.
See what they have in store. Ross instead boots it away as normal, as this one's going to sail all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So evidently the trick play was not on for Tennessee that time around, and Florida will get it at their own 25.
Yeah, the Gators were ready for it with just one deep return man, but did not happen, and they'll get the ball back, try to bleed this clock out and make this game long for the Tennessee defense.
This game could go down as one of the best of them between Florida and Tennessee. If you're a Gators fan, that's what you would say. If you're a Vols fan, not so much. They haven't been as competitive in this ball game, though they are showing some signs of life. Back in the 90s, the winner of this game probably goes on to the SEC title game, the eventual champion, more likely than not. This time around, probably the best team here would challenge Georgia for the East, as this one a handoff here running up the middle for Florida. Montrell Johnson Jr. on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 from the 27 of Florida.
Yeah, this is what the Florida offense is going to have to do as another Tennessee player is down on the field.
Trying to tell who that Tennessee player is. My view slightly obstructed. It looks like it's Dominic Bailey, the defensive end for the Volunteers. So we'll take another momentary pause here in the action. Hilton's thrown for 245 yards in this one. Mertz just 166 yards, but he's been far more accurate, 19 for 24. Trevor Etienne has set a new career high in rushing yards tonight. His 17 carries for 147 yards. He was the one who got the scoring started for Florida in the first quarter. A 62-yard dash made it happen, and Florida since then really hasn't looked back. A couple other rushing touchdowns for Montrell Johnson Jr. and Graham Mertz in this one.
Yeah, I would assume that that Billy Napier and this Florida offense is going to stick with the run game on this drive, try to waste this clock as much as they can before giving the ball back to the Tennessee offense, because we all know they work very quickly.
Play resumes here with 8:17 to go in the game. 2nd and 8 on the 27 for Florida. Mertz lines up in between the hashes. 2 receivers on either side for Florida. He's got Montrell lining up behind him. Play clock winding down here as Mertz finally calls for the set. And here we go. Middle high snap, handed off to Montrell Johnson. Finds a lane here, gets across the 30. Couple more yards, not quite enough for the first. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball spotted at the 31.
Yeah, it looked like Brian Eason there on the tackle after a moderate gain from Montrell Johnson. And as they try to pick up this 3rd down, 7 of 11 in 3rd down conversions thus far tonight for Florida.
Massive improvement from their 1 for 13 mark against Utah in week 1. Couple of receivers in motion here. Couple of tight ends on the field, Odom and Zanders. Pearsall lining up to the right. This one handed off to Johnson Jr. running to the right. Sidesteps a man across the 32. Don't believe that'll be enough for the 1st down. We'll see where they spot it.
That's going to be very close. I think it'll be about a half-yard short of the 1st down.
They have it as 4th and 1 on the 34. See if Florida goes for it here, and I believe that they will. You're up 13 points here.
Trying to put the game to bed is Billy Napier, but this is a risky call, sacrificing very good field position for Tennessee if they don't convert.
2 receivers left and right for Florida. Mertz is ready, and now a flag is thrown here as the snap comes in. Mertz keeps it, runs to the right, but I believe this one's going to be whistled dead before it begins.
Yeah, I think it was offside on the defense. It looked like that was a free play, and I think everybody in the stadium saw that one on the defensive line, and looks like Florida's going to get the 1st down without even having to run the play.
How about that? At this point, Tennessee shooting themselves in the foot. The 1st down and 10 on Florida's own 39-yard line.
And that's the man we've called so many times today, Aaron Beasley. One of his first mistakes of the day, jumping offside there and letting this offense stay on the field and waste more and more clock as we approach 6 minutes to go.
Mertz lines up on the right hash. Montrell Johnson is in the backfield. Pearsall to his left. Khalil Jackson in motion. Caleb Douglas also out there for Florida. The snap, handed off again to Johnson, running to the left. Stiff arms a man, gets across the 35.
Yeah, Austin Barber, the left tackle, did a good job opening up a hole on the outside, but just a swarm of defensive backs from Tennessee were able to get to Johnson before he could get anything going there.
It'll be a loss of 2 yards there. 2nd and 12, ball at the 37. Under 6 minutes to play here from the Swamp. 29-16, Gators lead Tennessee. Looking for the upset of the number 11 Volunteers. Mertz is ready. Has time here still, play clock under 10. Triple receivers to the left. And another handoff to Montrell Johnson, running to the right side, basically hugging the sideline as he gets across the 40-yard line here. That was Etienne, actually, not Montrell.
Yeah, they subbed on Etienne for that play. And he's just showing his burst of speed again, adding to his career high in yards, as you alluded to earlier.
Be 3rd down and 7 for Florida. Ball on their own 42-yard line. 2nd, 3rd down of this drive for UF.
They were unable to pick it up last time, but got Tennessee to jump offside on 4th down. We'll see how it works this time.
Sanders and Douglas to the near side. It's Pearsall and Jackson to the far side. Etienne in the backfield. Sanders now in motion. The snap handed off to Etienne. Running to the right side. Spins across. And now forward progress will be stopped here at about the 42. Not enough for this first down. Kamal Haddon on the coverage that time around. Brings up a 4th down and 6th for Florida.
Yeah, it looks like Crawshaw's going to come on to punt this one away, but it was a good job by the Gator offense getting them to jump offside. Wasted at least 2.5 more minutes more off the clock. Approaching 4 minutes now to go in the game.
So Crawshaw's on for his 3rd punt of the game. D. Williams will be the lone returner. He lines up at about the 10. The snap. Crawshaw's punt away at the 30, and it's not a good one, as this one will sail into the Florida sideline at about the 30. We'll see where they spot this one. That one, not the best effort from Crawshaw, who did muff a punt against Utah in week 1.
Yeah, that was not his best effort there. That's one where you really want to pin them back deep, force them to go the length of the field with under 4 minutes to play, but Crawshaw unable to do that, and they'll have a little bit shorter of field position to go for now.
We'll step aside here, get you right back for Tennessee's last gasp drive. 3:49 to go in this game. It'll be 1st and 10 Volunteers at their own 33. The score, Florida 29, Tennessee 16. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Sound of someone correctly installing a car seat. And this is the sound of someone incorrectly installing a car seat. Correctly, incorrectly. Hear the difference? No? That's because installing a car seat incorrectly is terribly easy. So much so, 75% of adults install them wrong. For simple instructions on how to get it right, visit buckleupforlife.org. Ah, perfectly executed. Brought to you by Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center.
My name is Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school, so I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids, healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60, because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Are you saving for a big purchase or just trying to put money away for a rainy day? The National Foundation for Credit Counseling offers these tips to help you meet your savings goals. Set aside money from every paycheck, bank any raises, bonuses, or tax refunds, and put away loose change every night. It adds up. For more tips on how to save money and reach your financial goals, call a certified NFCC counselor at 1-800-388-2227 or visit nfcc.org, a public service from the National Foundation for Credit Counseling.
Gaining weight was easy. Losing it's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes it
Morning, Daddy!
very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
Here on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ, the Florida Gators up 29-16 on the Tennessee Volunteers, and they're 3 minutes, 49 seconds away from an upset victory here against the 11th ranked team in the nation. Ethan Eibe and Hugh Green live from the Swamp. 1st down and 10 for the Volunteers on their own 33-yard line as they try to get back in this game. Coming off a 55-yard touchdown pass to Brew McCoy, Joe Milton back out there for more as he is back to pass here. Throws it near McCoy with the completion. He steps across the 45. Gets around a tackle there. Decent gain for the 1st down for Tennessee.
Yeah, broken tackle around Miguel Mitchell, and finally Castell was able to stop him.
Ball spotted on the 50 here. Milton, plenty of time, slings it over the middle, and that one's caught. Tackle there by Marshall across the 40-yard line. It's McCoy again. Back-to-back first down passes. Ball at the 38. Milton moving quickly. The snap, back to pass again. Throws over the middle. Another catch. 3 in a row here. This time it's Ramel Keaton. 1st and 10 at the 25. Look at Tennessee go.
Yeah, the defense is giving up that middle of the field. They're trying to block out the outside.
2 receivers, left and right for Milton. He'll step back again, slinging for the end zone. It is a dive and incomplete. Intended for Brew McCoy. It's Miguel Mitchell on the coverage. That one a bit too far for McCoy to get to.
Yeah, that would have been not ideal for the Gators defense. Just a few plays in this drive, and they're already down to the 25-yard line of Florida. Just quick passes in the middle of the field. We'll see if they can stop them and put an end to this.
2nd down and 10 for the Volunteers. McCoy and Squirrel White line up to the left side. And that's Keaton, the lone receiver, on the right. In the backfield for Tennessee is Jalen Wright. Back to pass again is Milton, throwing for the far side and incomplete. He overshoots Keaton that time. 3rd down and 10, Tennessee.
Looks like the defensive back is down injured on the field for the Gators after he covered that guy, covered Keaton on that play.
It looks like it's Jalen Kimber who is currently down in the back right corner of the end zone. Struggling to get up here, and the Florida training staff will tend to him.
Transfer from Georgia, Jalen Kimber. He's done very well today. We've called his name a few times, covering these quick, fast wide receivers for Tennessee. We hope he's okay. It'll be a big loss for this Florida defense.
Well, they're still looking at him down there at the end zone. And both teams huddled on their respective sidelines for the time being. 2:45 to go here in this ball game. This is the first big test for both of these teams this season. Tennessee had a couple of easy-peasy games against Virginia and Austin Peay. This was their first true test, and safe to say they haven't exactly had an A.
No, they have not. They have not answered the call very well so far tonight, but you never know what can happen in the last few minutes of a college football game. We've seen crazier things happen, but this Florida defense has been stout all night long, with the exception of a few deep passes on the outsides, so they just need to keep that in check and keep this Tennessee offense from scoring.
And Tennessee's defense, one of the best in the nation, hasn't done a great job of keeping the Gators at bay so far tonight. Their particular specialty is against the rushing game, but Florida's running game has been its strong suit. 173 yards, including 154 for ETN.
Yeah, the running game of Florida has been incredible so far tonight. The Tennessee defense has had pretty much no answer other than, I would say, in this 4th quarter maybe. But other than that, the Gators' offensive line and run game has been untouchable so far.
So it looks like Jalen Kimber is going to hobble off the field with the athletic trainers. Jakeem Jackson, the backup cornerback, is going to go into the game to guard the near side.
And Jackson's the one that got beat on that deep touchdown pass on the last drive, the 55-yarder from Milton to...
It was McCoy.
To McCoy, yeah. But Jackson got beat on that, the freshman, so he'll need to keep his guy in check now, as I'm sure they'll be going for the end zone.
Be 3rd down and 10 for the Volunteers on the Florida 25. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the game as the Volunteers reset. 2 receivers left and right for UT. Milton, the snap. Looking, still looking, heaves this one deep down towards the end zone, and it is incomplete again. Devin Moore on the coverage that time. Good job there by the cornerback, intended for Ramel Keaton, and it brings up 4th down for the Volunteers.
Yeah, this is the game right here, Ethan. They don't convert this 4th down. This game might just be over. Another Gator down on the field.
Tennessee is going to go for it here, and Devin Moore, fresh off of making that coverage, is now lying back on the ground here at about the 10-yard line, and we're going to have another delay of game.
Yeah, 2 in a row, 2 plays in a row. That's something that is not what you want to see if you're a Gator fan and if you're Austin Armstrong. This defensive core that's been so good tonight so far, falling apart a little bit these last 2 plays with Kimmer going down and then more on this play.
Florida scored all 3 of their touchdowns in the first half of this ball game. So far in this second half, it has been that defense, Armstrong's defense, that has remained strong. Only allowed that 1 touchdown to McCoy. Other than that, they have been excellent.
Yeah, they have been great so far tonight, other than that touchdown to McCoy, as you said. And as I said before, this is the game right here, Ethan. They don't convert this 4th down, it's over.
It'll be a 4th down and 10. We're still waiting to see what happens to Devin Moore here, as both teams will get an impromptu timeout, talking over some strategy on their own sideline. If the Gators win this game, it'll be the first time they ever beat an 11th ranked opponent while unranked at home. And the first time they've ever beaten an 11th ranked team since 2003. The last time they did that was on the road against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Hat tip to Cam Parker for that great note.
It looks like Devin Moore is walking off the field very gingerly with the help of the trainers. He had one of the biggest plays in this game with the interception in the first half that set up the Gators for an easy score of just a 9-yard touchdown drive, and it looks like we got a streaker on the field now.
Oh boy, here we go. A Tennessee fan has run onto the field here. At least I think it's a Tennessee fan. He's wearing orange, and security is chasing him. He's across the 50, at the 45, the 40, and he's going to run into the open arms of our Lady Justice System, right into the Florida Highway Patrol.
Yeah, the Tennessee fan in their orange and gray. I don't think that's what Tennessee wants right now, is somebody disrupting their 4th down play right here, the biggest play of the game thus far.
Well, I hope his friends are happy, because that was probably great for them. But anyways, 4th down and 10 at the 25. Marshall, as well as Jakeem Jackson, are the new cornerbacks. 2 receivers left and right for the Volunteers. The game on the line. Here it is. The snap to Milton. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket as it collapses. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. It was short, intended for McCoy, and the Gators will get it over on downs.
Scooby Williams with the pressure on Joe Milton, forcing him to get rid of it before he wanted to, and that might just be all she wrote, Ethan.
With 2.5 minutes left in this game, Florida will get the ball back on their own 25-yard line, ahead by 13 points. They are in the clear for the upset. What a performance tonight by Florida.
Absolutely phenomenal all the way around, from this offense, from the defense. Just an incredible performance. Great job by them, and a great job on that last play, staying home, not letting the play get too big for them, and staying home after losing 2 cornerbacks on the last 2 plays. The defensive backs did a great job staying home and making good coverage.
We'll see if Florida has any more offense in store with Etienne in the backfield. A couple receivers left and right. And Etienne will get this handoff running to the left side. He'll get through past the 50, breaks a tackle, and he's across the 40 up to the 35. We thought he was down. Etienne said, "I'm not done yet."
Great run by Trevor Etienne. I think he broke about 4 tackles on that play, had 2 at one time, going to the left side. Did a fantastic job bouncing it outside and really getting this crowd into it as we approach 2 minutes to go.
Gain of 19 on the play. Ball spotted at the 44. 1st down and 10, Florida, under 2 minutes to go. Florida up 29-16 and looking to ice this game here in the Swamp. 2 receivers to the right for the Gators, Pearsall and Caleb Douglas. Handed off again to Etienne, and right there to grab him is Omari Thomas. Be a loss of a couple of yards on that play as Thomas was able to break through the line. 2nd and 14 now for the Gators.
Yeah, it looks like the Tennessee fans are heading for the exit as their one section in the stadium's kind of clearing out here.
They want to get out before they get the taunts, huh? They're probably getting the taunts as they get out of here.
Oh, I'm sure they've been getting them all night long from these rowdy Florida fans.
90,751 in the house, the 12th largest crowd in Florida Gators history. Minute 3 seconds and counting down here as Mertz will get this one. Another handoff to Etienne running up the middle. He is stopped before the 40-yard line here. A minimal gain, if any, as the Gators are going to wipe these final seconds off the board here.
They need to snap the ball just one more time, and this game will be final, and the Gators will take down number 11 in the country.
3rd and 14 as the Gators on the field, pandering to the fans, waving their arms up and down. They will have to snap it one more time here to get us to the finish line. A marquee performance tonight for Billy Napier's Florida Gators.
Looks like they're going to take a delay game or call a timeout.
Looks like a timeout has been called by Florida.
Just to get the crowd into it one last
Why
time
not?
before the final whistle happens.
Rub it into your rivals a little bit. How about that?
Oh, for sure.
With 14 seconds on the clock.
The sea of blue has drowned out the Tennessee orange tonight.
This has been one for the record books tonight here from the Swamp. The Florida Gators in their first true test have passed with flying colors.
That's for sure. I would give them an A++, maybe one more +2.
And there were so many questions heading into this game. How will Mertz match up against the Southeastern Conference after 4 seasons over in Wisconsin? We have our answer tonight. Still one more formality snap to be had here before we can finally say the Gators have won this game.
Yeah, I'm sure victory formation will be in play here for Mertz and the offenses. Napier gets his offense fired up one last time.
And then the Gators have been called for a delay of game penalty because why not?
With all the coaches still on the field, still in the huddle. The team was not even to the line in any form or fashion, but with all the coaches on the field, the Gators take a delay game one last time.
All right, now the offense ready to get back out there for one more snap. 14 seconds on the clock on a 3rd and 19 at the 35-yard line. The Florida Gators in victory formation. Mertz the snap, they'll hand it off because why not? Etienne up the middle, and that will conclude matters here tonight. As the final seconds tick away, the Florida Gators, against all odds, have defeated number 11, Tennessee, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Tennessee's got one timeout left with 7 seconds left, so we'll just keep waiting here a little bit more.
I think the Gators called the timeout there.
So still a bit premature.
Tennessee. It was Tennessee.
It was the Volunteers.
I think after that delay game penalty with Billy Napier still on the field, Coach Josh Heupel not too happy, not too pleased.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. I do understand it.
That is true. So it will be 4th down now, so they do have to give the ball up back to Tennessee. Or try to run around for 9 seconds and maybe chuck the ball up. I remember Jameis Winston doing that for Florida State years ago. Kind of ran around, chucked the ball up as high as he could before the game ended. And it looks like Mertz might be doing that.
Well, we'll see what happens here. The ball at the 38-yard line.
Yep.
Mertz will back up on this one. Tennessee still playing out this final play.
Oh.
And as he tries to knee, he is bowled over by the Tennessee defense.
Oh!
And now there's a fight going on the field. Volunteers squaring up with some of the Gators' offensive players. Oh, boy. We thought this game was over.
Micah Mazuka just in the face of a Tennessee Volunteer, squaring up to him, throwing his hands. But this game has not turned out in the most classy way. But what else can you expect from a rivalry of this caliber?
I would expect nothing less, Hugh Green. The Florida Gators appear to have won this game. There are 000s on the clock, despite the game ending in a very weird fashion. And now you can see the Gators prancing towards their locker room, taunting the Tennessee Volunteers and leaning up to the fans as they have defeated their rival Tennessee tonight, 29-16. Billy Napier gets his first rivalry win as head coach of the Gators, and Florida improves to 2-1 in the 2023 season. What a night, Hugh.
What a performance from this Florida Gators team. Offense, defense, not so much special teams in a couple of facets, but it's an all-around fantastic night for Florida, and not so much for the visiting number 11 Tennessee Volunteers.
Tennessee remains winless in the Swamp over the last 6 tries. They haven't done it since 2003, and they're going to have to wait a couple more years to have another crack at it. Florida takes down number 11 Tennessee in the Swamp on this Saturday night. We will step aside here, get you right back for the Orange and Blue Sports Network postgame show to wrap things up from Gainesville. 29-16, Florida upsets Tennessee. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
Hey, Russell Wilson here, and I know how important exercise is.
It's essential. It's essential.
With Play 60, United Way and the NFL are helping kids stay active and play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids. Healthy kids.
But what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60 because great things happen when we live united.
Donate, donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
There are some things you can only do once in a lifetime. Graduate high school, get your first job, and if you're a young man about to turn 18, there's one other thing, which is also the law: registering with Selective Service. It's fast, it's easy, and you only have to do it once your entire life. Just visit your post office or sss.gov on your computer or smartphone. Do it and keep yourself eligible for a lot of other once-in-a-lifetime experiences, like that first college loan or Pell Grant, or U.S. citizenship if you're an immigrant.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education...
So we thought we were done here from Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, but evidently we are not. The Tennessee Volunteers are in their locker room, but there are 4 seconds left on the clock. We thought this game was over. They've called a couple of penalties. The referees here, I'm going to let Hugh Green explain this one.
Yeah, so it looked like after the play, as we talked about before the break, there was a big scuffle between the two teams, and the referees, after the play was over, after everyone thought the game was over and Tennessee was in the locker room, they called a targeting penalty on a Tennessee player, which would force him out of the first half of next week's game as well, if that one stands. They say they're reviewing it right now, and then they also called an unnecessary roughness penalty against the Gators on number 76.
That's Damian George.
Yeah, or 58, sorry, Damian George. So it looks like those penalties offset, and Tennessee will get the ball with first down and 10 with 4 seconds remaining, still down 13.
Well, if you remember, the last play we saw was Mertz taking an knee and getting clobbered.
So I think that might have been the targeting call, the first targeting call, and then after the play was over, all the riffraff happened, and that's when the Florida guy, after the play, Damian George got called for the unnecessary roughness penalty.
And worth noting that this game could have been over if the Florida Gators just kneeled on the third down, but they didn't. They wanted to try and keep going.
Yes. And Tennessee called a timeout before the fourth down play as well. And it looks like this is something that I haven't seen in a long time, but Florida fans rushed onto the field.
So it looks like Tennessee's finally coming out of the locker room here. There are only a handful of their players on the sideline. The whole Gators offensive line or defensive line is on the field right now.
The starting defensive line as well. Uman Mielen's out there, Cam Jackson.
I mean,
and
this
Tennessee
game,
they need 11 players on the field for a play to happen.
This game is effectively over. The formalities have now gone on for what has seemed like forever, more like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And the referees are still talking to the coaches of Tennessee, Josh Heupel and some of the other coaches, and more Tennessee players keep pouring out of the locker room as they still have to run one more play.
So it looks like we're just about ready to have this final play of the game here. Hey, it's 1st and 10 Tennessee on the 30-yard line, down 29-16 with 4 seconds left of the game. Hugh, do they have a chance?
You never know.
It ain't over till it's over.
Cam Jackson, the punter, looks like he's in at quarterback. Oh, he's running off the field now. But
All right, so Joe Milton's back out there for the final play of this game, wacky as can be. And Joe Milton takes the snap, knees it, and that will conclude matters here tonight. Finally, I can say it again, the Florida Gators have knocked off number 11 Tennessee live from the Swamp. What a Saturday night it was, 29-16, the final score.
What a performance again by Florida, and this game is finally over, as you said. I would say it's official now. It looks like Tennessee's going back into the locker room once again, and the Gators are officially done with this one. As fans are on the field, I'm not sure if those people are allowed to be. I assume they are because there's no police officers running them down, but yeah.
Well, Tennessee won't have a happy flight back to Rocky Top, and the Florida Gators in their SEC opener, winning their SEC opener, I might add, for the first time since 2020. They've passed their first true test of the season with flying colors. And now the Gators crowd around the band here for the alma mater, as this crowd of 90,000 strong makes their way towards the exits. Quite a night here at the Swamp. We'll be back on the Orange and Blue Sports Network for our post-game show. We will wrap things up, get you our players of the game here from Gainesville. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network on 95.3 GHQ.
My name is Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Sit right there. I got to tell you something. I bet you know someone with type 2 diabetes. Guaranteed. You know why? Because 1 out of every 3 little kids is going to develop diabetes in their lifetime. That can lead to heart problems, strokes, and even blindness. I'm John Sally, and I'm telling you, it ain't got to be that way. Now, you can up your defenses by eating more fruits and vegetables, having more vegetarian and vegan meals. These steps can be the power plays to protect you and your family against the risk of diabetes. To learn more, go to blockdiabetes.org. Okay.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
At the American Lung Association, we're fighting for a day when we can all breathe easier. We're fighting for clear skies over every city and healthy lungs throughout the country. We're fighting to free millions of Americans from the addictive grip of tobacco and the devastating effects of lung disease. The American Lung Association isn't just fighting for air, we're fighting for all the things that make it worth breathing, and we can use your help. See what you can do at fightingforair.org.
Welcome back to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, live for the Orange and Blue Sports Network postgame show on 95.3 GHQ. Ethan Eibe here alongside Hugh Green and our producer, Hunter Murphy. Florida Gators somehow, someway have knocked off number 11 Tennessee tonight, 29-16 from the Swamp. What a game it was, Hugh.
Yeah, and for the scoring summary tonight, in the first quarter, Tennessee got off to a quick start with Joe Milton throwing an 11-yard touchdown pass to Ramel Keaton to put them up 7-0. And then it was 4 straight touchdowns by the Gators. Trevor Etienne, one of the biggest plays in this game, a 62-yard rushing touchdown when Mahalik missed the PAT. Next was Montrell Johnson's 4-yard rushing touchdown. The 2-point conversion on that was missed as well, and that made it 12-7 Florida led. After that, Mertz ran the ball in on a QB sneak from 1 yard out to make it 19-7. Then Montrell Johnson caught a pass for a touchdown from Mertz from 18 yards out to make it 26-7. Then Tennessee got back on the board with a 42-yard field goal from Campbell to make it 26-10. Trey Smack knocked in his second career field goal to make it 29-10, a 27-yarder. And finally, Brew McCoy's 55-yard touchdown reception from Joe Milton made it 29-16, your final score from the Swamp.
breaking that down by quarter. 6 in the first for Florida, 20 in the second, no points in the third, and just 3 more tacked on in the fourth quarter. That first half was full of the offense. The second half was the defense. That was the story, and Austin Armstrong has a lot to be pleased about tonight.
Yes, he does, and one standout to me was safety Castell. He was Jordan Castell. He, even as a young player, as a freshman, he was all over the field tonight with 10 total tackles, 4 of them solo, and 1 big breakup that was a deep pass from Milton. He was everywhere they needed to be, did what he needed to do to execute, and for that defense, he really stood out.
And then you can't forget about the first turnover forced by the Gators this season. Devin Moore with the interception on a poor pass, a poor decision from Joe Milton to throw it up, and had Devin Moore wide open, which set the Gators up in a great field position for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the play where Desmond Watson was right in his face and caused him to throw that one not where he intended it to go, and Moore was removed late in the game with an injury. But that play, I agree with you, Hugh, that was the real turning point in this game. If you remember, Tennessee, in their first drive, the second drive total of the game, had a very quick touchdown within 2 minutes of having the ball. Florida had to come back from that. That's when that 62-yard rushing touchdown by Etienne took place. But then Moore's interception really set the tone for Florida for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and it brought them 3 more touchdowns in a row, unanswered. The Gators scored 26 points unanswered in a row after the Tennessee's passing touchdown on their first drive.
And looking at the Tennessee defense, they had their moments tonight, but where they failed the most was against the rushing game, which is crazy because that's one of the things that they are best at, under 2.5 yards per carry on average last year. Instead, Florida 4.3 yards per carry, 183 total yards, and Trevor Etienne leading the way with a career-high 172 yards.
Yeah, the rushing game was the strongest point, I would say, for the Florida offense this game, and you really can't forget about Montrell Johnson Jr. as well, who put up a rushing touchdown and a touchdown with his hands receiving, and then Mertz with a rushing touchdown himself close to the end zone. So the ball was smelling the end zone just from the ground. Maybe not a lot from the air tonight, but it had a nose for the ground tonight.
Yeah, this definitely was the Gators' night, and they have certainly shown what this offense can finally be after so many questions are asked heading into this game. Florida ends up on top, a 29-16 final. Any final thoughts from Hugh or Hunter before we say goodbye?
And then just to touch on again that rushing attack from the Gators, the Tennessee defense in their first 2 games, just 87 rushing yards per game they allowed and just 1 rushing touchdown. 3 touchdowns, 183 rushing yards for the Gators. Obviously 172 of them coming from Etienne, but just an incredible game all around for Florida.
And I would like to think that this was a huge, huge performance that had to be made by the head coach, Billy Napier, the leader of the team. As you mentioned earlier, he has never won against the Gators' rivals, as they described it. And so after a rough Utah loss, to come back and beat his first rival will go a long way into the season with him leading the team.
And looking ahead for the Gators, they will host Charlotte next week. And for the Tennessee Volunteers, they will head back home and face the University of Texas, San Antonio. So that will wrap things up for us tonight here live from the Swamp. You're listening to the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. And it'll be Hunter Murphy on the call with Shelby Hickman, not tomorrow, but for next weekend here live from the Swamp. So definitely stay tuned for that. 29-16, the Florida Gators knock off the number 11 Tennessee Volunteers here at the Swamp. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 28 minutes. The attendance tonight here from the Swamp, 90,751, the 12th largest crowd in this building's history. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week on the Orange and Blue Sports Network, 95.3 GHQ. Good night from Gainesville.
Thank you for listening to Gator Football on the Orange and Blue Student Sports Network, a service of the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications. Until next time, go Gators!